I did not forget about them. Somebody asked during the walkout why the YouTube stream wasn't up. It's because YouTube copyrights me for that John Cena song I feel like at this point I deserve a kickback for using the John Cena song, but it is what it is, man. They keep copyright striking me for it, so. Numpty. Numpty with the 5 tier 1 gifted subs. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Tonight, we're not sipping on a beer. We haven't sipped on a beer for quite some time now. But we do have a near beer, if you will. This is a Groovy Mocha Nitro Stout. Now, before you think I'm crazy, this is what the instructions say to do. Okay? I am not making this up. It says shake can hard. Harder than you think. And then open it. And then pour it upside down for best results. Is that rage bait? I feel like I'm being set up here. There's no way something in a can should ever be shaken. I'm thinking about going for it though. That's crazy. Do it, dude. We have a lot of expensive hardware down here within the splash rate. Like, oh my god, dude. Do you know how much money is like within arm's reach of me right now? This would be bad. That would do some serious damage. I think we're gonna go for it though. I'd shake it. Okay. It says harder than you think, dude. These are 4K OLEDs. Come on. Oh, wait, no. One's 14. I forgot. I swapped out 1440p OLEDs. We no longer have the 4K OLEDs. I knocked it down a little bit. 15K in products. There's more than that, man. We got video production gear. We got a sim racing setup that's fully ready to go, by the way, that we built on Tuesday. We got all this. We got this camera. I mean, this camera alone, I don't know if it's worth it, man. It's basically like having a production crew. That's a lot of money, man. I'm gonna go for it, though. Oh, dude. First off, don't clip that. Second of all, that motion with a carbonated, well, it's not really carbonated, but a beverage can does not feel good at all. Harder? I'll do it off camera so you guys can't. No, don't clip that either. I'll go over here. All right. Don't be clipping. Okay, that was as hard as I'm comfortable with. We're not gonna. Don't be clipping that one either. I think that one might have been worse. Okay, so it said to open. I'll use my body to block it just in case. Okay. Ooh, oh my. Oh. Help. Help. That was rage bait, wasn't it? Did we not all see that coming a mile away? That is all this for a near beer. There's not even actual alcohol in this. This is just. It better be good, man. I'm gonna, just as intended, I'm gonna lose my mind if this doesn't taste good. Not worth it.
No.
Thank you. That wasn't worth it at all. Not even a little bit. All right. Your desk isn't level. Incorrect. I know we got some armchair live streamers in the chat tonight. I understand that you think the table isn't level, but that is incorrect. My basement is what's not level. My basement has a grade to it with a drain, and the drain just happens to be right here where the table is slanting down. So my table's fine. Don't be talking smack about this table, man. Although, it is a little beat up. Like, this is not dirt. This is super glue. That's a hole. And these are screwdriver scratches. But it's all good, man. So not level? No, it's level. The table's just fine. It's the basement that's not level, man. Or maybe it's your head. Maybe if you just watch the stream like this, it'll fix itself. Okay. All right, guys, we got to get redialed in here. That was too big of a distraction. Eli the Unusual with the 9-month resub. Thank you, man. Trail Tech gifting out a tier 1 sub. Black something with the Twitch Prime sub. Deezer with the 9 months. Trail Tech also gave... Oh, that was when you gave out 10 during my intro. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Caramel King with the 5-month resub. Smug with the 8-month. R16 with the 4-month. Driftverse. Julian with the Twitch Prime subs. Corky with the 4-month. One could say a massive problem. We don't say that. Are we allowed to say massive? Like I feel like the internet has moved on from that one. I haven't gone close to saying that. I feel like we're allowed to say that one again though. Is that one safe? Yes? Yes? Massive? Low taper fade. Okay, that's going backwards, man. That's the wrong direction of getting away from brain rot. The exact wrong direction, actually. Numpty, thank you again for those 5 tier 1 gifted subs. Force of Flight with the 6-month. Blind Tech with the 14-month. Computiker with the 2-month. Stove with the 500 bit. He says, Ryzen 5 9600X with a 9070 XT for 1440p gaming. Thoughts? Curious about how future-proof this would be. Okay. I'm just gonna make this as easy as possible for you. That is like an ideal meta combination right there. Like, no, if anybody talks smack about a 9600X and a 9070 XT, like, don't hang out with those people, man. It's as future-proofed as you can future-proof something, but future-proofing in itself is not like a great concept. You're good to go, man. I would not worry about that combo at all. That's very solid. Satu with the tier 1 gifted sub. Thank you, man. Duck69 with the 2-month. Thank you, man. Sarah Can't Kill. That's good to hear. With the 3-month. Lil Bill with the 6-month. Lia B with the Twitch Prime. White Collar with the Twitch Prime. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate that. Bruh, Zach, the first thing I hear was massive. What was... Sorry, man. Dude, do I have mocha near beer on my face? I feel like I'm covered in mocha beer right now. You see the pricing for the 30th anniversary ROG 5090? No. How much is it? Tech cannot be future-proofed. You could only make an optimal build for your budget. Well, that I disagree with. The concept of future-proofing not existing at all, that I don't agree with at all. If you buy a 14900K, that is not future-proof. It's a good CPU. Well, kind of. There's all the issues, disclaimers, etc. But that's not a future-proof CPU. There's not a single CPU that you could upgrade to. That is not future-proofed. Where if you buy even a 9950 X3D, there's still room to upgrade on the AM5 path. Not right now, but there will be. There is some degree of future-proofing, just not... It's not everything. DDY Bob with the Twitch Prime sub, thank you. 4,100 pounds? That's how much that... What is that in USD? Is that like a million, or where are we at? Robitech in the house. What's up, Robitech? Tech Tuesday. What? Robitech, you don't think it's actually Tuesday, do you? We moved on from Tuesday. The name we came up with on Tuesday, by the way, was the most... if you guys weren't here, I asked the chat for the most creative name for a Tuesday stream that you guys could come up with. And by far the best answer was... Roby, that was in the middle of my joke, man. Robitech, thank you very much for those 20 tier 1 gifted subs. My goodness. If you guys don't follow Robitech, by the way, he is a fellow PC building live streamer. Would highly recommend you go drop a follow over there. I would totally do that shout out thing, but I have no idea how to do that. So click on his name. He just spammed the chat box there. Feel free to drop him a follow over there. Was hanging out with Robitech for the first time during that Intel event. We had a lot of fun, man. Thank you very much for those 20 tier 1 gifted subs. Appreciate that. The Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. That is the name that we came up with. The Tuesday. It was a good spam. Yeah. I will gladly take that spam all day. That'll work. Thank you very much, man. Kale with the 25-month resub. Appreciate that. All right. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be building a very casual, calm, collective, all-white, budget, beautiful, in a new case, $650 gaming PC. The Tuesday, yes, that is the creative name that you guys all came up with. I was thinking about hiring a couple people on the spot for coming up with that idea, but that was honestly the best one that we had in the entire chat. We had like 1 million people join the live stream on Tuesday. The Tuesday. Techman Tuesday. Dude, we got to get that on some shirts ASAP. Dude. All right. The Tuesday's gone. Techman Tuesday. Is that copyrighted by chance? Dude, we got to get the lawyers on the phone ASAP. Dude, I like that. TMT? Dude, I got work to do, man. All right. Dude, I like it, man. Who said that? That might be the best chat answer I've heard for any question. That's great, man. AJM with the 7 month says, sup, Zach? I'm now on AM5 thanks to Micro Center selling the 7800 X3D for $279. That I saw an article about that deal. Oh my God. That might be the best. Somebody feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. That might be the best CPU value I've ever heard in my entire life. A 7800 X3D for $279. Brand new. That is insane. That is a great price to performance, man. Robitech now with the tier 1 sub, man. Thank you. Taking care of the other people first. I like it. Hoxie with a 500 bit, he says, hey, Zach. I have a 5600X and an RX 6800 non-XT. I just got gifted a 1440p 240 hertz monitor, and I don't know if my current PC can handle that. I mainly play esport titles, but I still play some single-player titles like Cyberpunk, blah, 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 blah. Any upgrade path that won't kill the bank? Dude, you have a 6800, man. A 6800 can definitely still play in 1440p, especially if you play mostly esport titles. I wouldn't upgrade. It sounds like you just got those parts. I would run that system for like a month and then make the decision, do I need more performance or not? You don't have to hit 240 FPS in every single game to get the good deal out of that. The 6800 is still a very good GPU. We have an upcoming video featuring the 6800, and I was pretty impressed with the price. So I would not upgrade, man. I would enjoy that, or at least find out how much you enjoy it before thinking about upgrading. Trilltech with a 300 bit, he says, make the TMT commenter a moderator. Yeah, we got a list of people that could be potential mods. I gotta set aside some time to do that, man. We've been a little busy around here, just a little bit. We've had we got a lot of side projects like that PC that we built on TechMan Tuesday for the sim rig. Dude, the sim rig is completely built. Did you guys see the camera doesn't do it justice. I'll pull up a photo. Did you guys see on my IG stories what the sim rig is looking like? Dude, that's what we got going on over there. That's the PC that we built back there on TechMan Tuesday. That's with the 9800 X3D and the 5070 Ti. Dude, we got ourselves a full-on sim rig right next to me. I've been really enjoying this, man. Unfortunately, I haven't had many turns playing. My kids, every single time I even look at the steering wheel, my kids want to hop on there and start driving. So, pretty sure it's dialed in, but I actually would not know. I've had limited playtime. Why was bro stressing about how the GPU looks? You can't see anything. As soon as I realized that, I stopped stressing. If you recall, sir. Yeah, as soon as we realized, well, I actually thought that the glass would be facing this way, not against the wall. This is even more silly now that the GPU literally can't be seen at all. But yeah, once I came to that conclusion that we're going to hide this PC essentially, and you won't see the aesthetics, then yeah, I don't care about that GPU being kind of ugly. It's all good. Frigid Foxy with a 3 and a biddy says, will it boot Tuesday? When it comes to names, I'm a big same first letter kind of guy. Tech Turf, Tech Man Tuesday, Thirsty Flippin' Friday. It's a whole thing, man. It's a whole thing. I need the same letters. The Tuesday, etc. Tech Tuesday. No, guys, I don't know when you say Tech Tuesday if you're like thinking like, hey man, I got this genius idea, you got to hear it, or if you're just trolling. But like Tech Tuesday is probably the most generic name pop. Like I legitimately like The Tuesday better than Tech Tuesday. Come on, man. We need a little something more than that. Tipsy Tuesday. That would be good, but I haven't been drinking, man. I got my near beer here. I haven't drank on Thirsty Thursday for, I don't know, maybe a month now. I just haven't been I'm not like trying to go for a streak or anything. I just haven't been feeling it. So I don't want to go, I don't want to dig myself farther into the alcoholic naming scheme if I don't have to. Tech Mech Tuesday? No. Troubleshooting Tuesday? Not a fan. I like the name. I don't like troubleshooting, though. Sim Race Sunday? No. Dude, now we are talking. Let's go. As soon as football's... I mean, we got a long way for football to be over, but whenever we go to the dreaded days of the NFL football season being over, yeah, dude, Sim Racing Sunday, that's going to be a thing for a while. Because that's when Formula One comes back. In 2026, yeah, man, I'm going all out on the sim race and them. Wiggleosaurus Rex says, I like to wiggle. First time chatter and a subscriber. Like that's just insane, man. I hope that was all worth it for you. You got the shout out, man. I appreciate the sub, Wiggleosaurus Rex. I just can't imagine like what goes into people's minds. They're like, dude, I'm cooking right now, man. He's gonna love this. I do. I mean, I do. Not bad. Mo Williams with Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate that. What about just Tuesday? That's pretty close to a ban. Maybe a warn. Or a timeout. Maybe a timeout. That's just awful. That's terrible. That's what they always think. Dude, I'm cooking, bro. I'm cooking right now. What do you think about the GTA delay? Did we have a date before the delay? Was that today that it came out? What did it say, like November of 2026 or something? Did we have a a date before that? I didn't think we did. If we did, I was not tracking. Testicular Tuesday? Come on, man. It was May 26th? Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, I had no idea. How about them Steelers? Dude, how about them Steelers, man? I know there's a lot of not football fans in here. I'm just like, just as a very, very, very one sentence recap. The Pittsburgh Steelers just proved last weekend, 4 days ago. The quickest way I can say it is they just proved that they are the #1 team in the league. Okay, so if you don't watch NFL, they just beat the #1 team that everyone was raving about. Everyone's like, oh my God, record-breaking offense. Steelers just whooped up on them. So they are essentially, like, if you guys want to hang, if you guys have like some football friends and you're not into football and they ask you like, oh, how do you think the season's going? Just throw out like a, yeah, man, Aaron Rodgers is balling. Just throw out one of those. They'll know that you know what you're talking about. That's all you need to do. They didn't prove anything to me versus those Packers. It was a fluke. Jordan Love had a miracle game. He's probably cheating too. Turntable Tuesday? That's kind of chill. That's not bad, man. You guys exposed Daniel Jones? Real talk. I thought that was absolutely insane how people just flip the script on Danny Dimes like that. Like, come on, man. We know he's not that good. They had one of the easiest schedules for the first half of the year. Now they have one of the hardest schedules in the second half of the year. Like, Steelers just happened to be the first team to expose them, but there's no way that they last. No way. He's a very mid QB. I've been missing the Steelers games. Like, come on. Yeah, just all you gotta know is they're balling, man. Balling. Top team in the league right now. I paid the price for benching the Steelers defense this weekend. Yeah, man. I'm still rolling strong. This is the first year in the ZTT Fantasy Football League that I am not streaming my defense. I drafted the Steelers somewhat early, you could argue. I don't, but somewhat early. Dude, I've been rolling with them every single week except the bye. It's actually been like very stress-free. I don't have to stream a defense every week. I kind of like it, man. Okay, are you guys ready for PC building? Should we start that? I'm kind of ready, man. 30 minutes in. Kansas City for life. That sounds like, dude, that's got bandwagon written all over it, man. Go Panthers. That sounds legit somehow. That I believe. No, I'm not ready. Just in case if you guys are new around here, we are literally always running a gaming PC giveaway. This is said PC that you guys are all currently earning points towards. You got to be watching on Twitch, though. I apologize. If you're on Twitch and you type in ! giveaway, make sure you log in. That way you're earning points. As long as you're watching the stream, you can earn points for this giveaway totally for free. I'm pretty sure you guys can figure it all out. ! giveaway. If you can't, you can type in ! help right here. That'll show you a video of how this works, but just make sure you're logged in. On December 4th, we will be raffling off this beautiful PC over here, and then we'll start building the next giveaway PC. Frazier with the $5 YouTube Super Chat says, hey, Zach, I got a 5700 XT and a Ryzen 5 5500, and I saw a deal to get the Ryzen 5 5700X for $111. Should I wait for Black Friday to get the 9060 XT or get the CPU? Wow. Dude, that's a tough one. That 5700X for $111 is a really, really good deal. And that's a solid upgrade from your 5500. I don't think that that's a fair question to ask me, though. Because on one option is a $111 CPU. The other option is a $380 GPU. Like, if you have to pick one or the other, I would go with the 9060 XT. But realistically, you should probably take advantage of that deal and get that 5700X, because I mean that's a killer price already. Where do you see that deal at? Dude, I would buy that, man. That's a really good deal. Okay, let me hit record. This is for a YouTube video, so we got to talk about these parts, man. Is the giveaway PC already built? Yeah, we built it a couple weeks ago. What we do is on the raffle nights, like the upcoming December 4th one, we first raffle off the giveaway. We reset everybody's points, and then we start building the next giveaway PC. We raffle them off about every 6 weeks or so. That way you have plenty of time to tune into the streams, earn all those free points, and you'll be good to go. Frigid Foxy with a 300 biddy says, Tangled Tuesdays, cable crimes. Frigid Foxy, I appreciate all the bits that you've been sending lately. I appreciate that you attempted what I think... I'm getting the vibe that you tried really hard on that one. Tangled Tuesdays, cable crimes. Like that's very well thought out. It's almost too thought out though. Like it's not chill enough. That's a little bit too official for me. But thank you for the suggestion. I appreciate it. 5-0 with the $2 super chat says Tech Turf Tuesday or Tuesday Tech Turf. Okay, I'm gonna start. I'll do the name, guys. I'll do the name. Thank you, though. I got that one. We might go with so far. We're gonna go with the Tuesday or Tech Man Tuesday. I'm leaning Tech Man Tuesday. Here we go. For the CPU of choice, ladies and gentlemen, in a $650, actually $657 to be exact. We are going to go with the Ryzen 5 5500. Okay. In some builds, you would be able to squeeze out a 5600. Of course, you'd have a little bit less money to spend on your GPU. But with RAM prices being absolutely ridiculous right now, this is what we have to settle for if we want to keep the cost at $650. That is a Ryzen 5 5500. We're going to plug that in to whatever the cheapest B550 micro ATX motherboard that I could find at the time. This one being the ASRock Pro B550M Pro 4. This one actually doesn't have built-in Wi-Fi, which is a huge bummer, but it has the white and black aesthetic that I'm going for. So, sure, if you want to go for built-in Wi-Fi... Oh, wait, it does have built-in Wi-Fi. Right? No, it doesn't. No. It doesn't. It's saying that you can plug... I was going to say. It says you can plug in Wi-Fi. No. It doesn't. Anyway, we got the white and black aesthetic. That's the priority. Next up, dude, I'm gonna throw you guys for a trip right now. Who, dude. Speaking of Ramageddon, dude, what? This is just the beginning of Ramageddon. Things are about to get worse. But for right now, we got to make some questionable calls with the RAM choices, ladies and gentlemen. And today, we are going with some thick watt. That sounds like I'm going to get copyright striked or something for saying that. Or banned off the... It's called thick watt. I just bought that. This is the thick watt FD10, ladies and gentlemen. Dude, look at this. Look at that box, though. Dude, I hope the RAM works as good as this box does. Dude, that's incredible. Doesn't even need light, man. It's like magic. Dude, that's pretty impressive. The what? It's the thick watt. You guys haven't heard of thick watt? Packaging 10 out of 10? Dude, let's unbox the thick watt right now. I gotta see what we're working with. I'm not making this up, man. This is the... Okay. Okay. Hold on, man. Let me get a nice little B-roll shot here. Dude, look at this, man. I've seen worse. Name 20 out of 10? Ew, what is that? 2 stickers. Okay, that I'm not buying. That is way too much. It's the thick watt. The what? The thick watt. Like that's too much, man. Okay, that part I'm not vibing with. Everything else I am. Yeah, you had me up until the double sticker, man. We don't need the name twice. Please don't. The what? Guys, it's the thick watt. I'm not making this up, man. It's the thick watt. How else would you pronounce it? Why would they do that? I don't know, man. Maybe they think that they just need to get their name out there, so they're just gonna put their name on it. I don't know what's going on with that, man. But this is the thick watt. That's a 32 gigabyte DDR4 RAM kit. I didn't know what else to buy, man. We're in Ramageddon over here. All right, here we go. For the SSD, this is the Crucial P3 Plus. I usually don't actually buy this good of a Gen 4 drive. This is a mid-range drive for PCIe Gen 4, but SSD prices are also getting a little crazy lately, and this happened to be one of the better deals. So yeah, that's making a surprise appearance. So is this guy. This is I've featured this a couple times now. This is the Raid Max Cobra Power 650 watt unit. This is actually rated tier C on the PSU tier list. PCIe. Oh, brother. What the? No way. No way. That, dude, I can't use that. Are you serious? Oh my God. How? This is rated tier C. God, I bought 15 of them. I mean, oh my God. I can't possibly use a Pice Gen 5. Oh, I'm absolutely cooked. Oh, this is gonna explode. Where's Shauner? This was a ZTT deal. I literally bought 15 of them. I had no idea that we have 15 Pice Gen 5.1s arriving at the office. Where is he at? If anybody would like to apply to our now open ZTT deals job, feel free to send me an email. We are in desperate need of people who actually can find real power. Oh my God. What? Dude, it was... Now, dude, I don't even want to tell you how much I paid for it, because it was like too good of a deal, and we all know when it's too good to be true. Dude, it was 35. Oh my God, it was $35. Oh man, we're screwed. We are absolutely screwed. 5.1 explosions per unit. What's the plan now? You don't actually expect that I have a backup plan. Dude, I am learning this in real time. We're full sending it. 100%, man. I'm not gonna turn it on at my house, but we'll turn it on at the office. All right, what I'm gonna, to make things safer, not really, not at all, actually. We're gonna be plugging in some Asia Horse cable extensions. We got an all white kit here. It is 16 gauge, and it is the proper PCIe 5. Wait. I don't need PCIe 5.0. Oh no. Is this build cooked? Oh no. Oh, okay. I think somebody... Did a ZTT employee... Okay, these are the cables that I need. Oh my God. Whew. Okay, that one might have been a deal breaker. It looks like we're good. I think a ZTT employee must have opened that up at some point. Not really tracking what happened there. All right, here we go. For the next questionable move, usually I love this Thermalright Assassin X120 Refined SE White ARGB for $19. This is typically a very good deal, But dude, they shipped me this was sitting on my doorstop or on my porch like an hour ago. This is literally how they shipped it. What? No outer box, no cushioning, not even I can't even get a bag. Dude, Ramageddon is real out here, man. Everyone's having to cut costs left and right. This is how they shipped it. Why not the Occupus? I'm regretting not using the Occupus at this point. All right. For our case, okay, this one we shouldn't have any problems. I am actually looking forward to this. This is the brand new Fantex wait, what? M3, I think? Or MT3? Which one is it? MT3. XTM3. Wow, I was not going to get that. This is the Fantex XTM3. This only costs $60. Micro ATX, all white. It almost has that Lee & Lee A3 form factor. It's a little bit taller, but it's very short still and long. So I'm kind of... Nothing else is similar about the Lee & Lee A3. I'm just talking about the dimensions. I'm looking forward to testing this out, though. I saw some reviews. People said that they like it, especially for $60. That should be pretty solid. And then finally, who wants to take a crack at what GPU we got? Oh, wait, never mind. You guys already saw it in IG. Never mind. Okay, here we go. We got ourselves a used... Dude, oh, man, dude, we got some serious unboxing action going on here. Oh, my God. Oh, dude, give me the thick watt right away, man. Dude, this is a serious unboxing art experience. It's almost like I did it on purpose. That's not bad, man. I like that a lot. That's clean. Yeah, that might make for a good combo. Anyway, we got ourselves a used Zotac RTX 3060 Ti. I paid $215 for this. I don't think you're gonna find a 3060 Ti or that level of GPU for $215. I think this was actually a pretty big dub for a $650 PC. Hollows are cool though. Dude, I like that, man. I like that a lot. This has been a very pleasant parts introduction section. Not a bad price. Yeah, that's pretty solid, man. And it's all white, exactly. Well, hold that thought. We need to, this is what I've been nervous about. We need to check if it's actually all white. Because I don't know how many of you remember the good old days of this Zotac 30 series card. But these little white caps here, they would, over time, they would like iodize. I don't know what the word is, what the scientific word is. But they would turn yellow. Some people's worse than others. And some of them would turn like actual yellow. Like literally like this. Some of them were like very faintly yellow. We gotta actually test right now if, come on, man. I need an all white GPU. Okay, I feel like a squirrel at this point, like just being attracted to shiny things. I don't know why they keep trapping me with this, but like this has been a trip. Okay, all right. Is this actually a white GPU? Oh, oh my God. Oh, I see white. Oh, I see white. Oh, let's go. Yeah, that dude, that's dialed. That's nice, man. It's actually a beautiful card. I like that a lot. It's actually very nice. Side profile, dude, back when the 30 series was brand new, and even when 40 series was out, I probably bought at least 10 of these cards for YouTube builds, or I remember a couple Flippin' Friday projects using these cards. These were one of the best little all white RTX cards, and these were always affordable. For being an all-white, super clean card, they were always affordable. We're not going to use that. No. Double 8-pin? Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate, but it'll look clean. That looks new. This was used. I bought it on Jawa, actually. Whenever I know I am very biased towards Jawa, admittedly. But whenever I am shopping for used GPUs, I will go to Jawa first, because the guy that runs the GPU trade-in program, he specifically prices the GPUs to sell about 10 to 15%, I don't know what the exact number is, below what the average is on eBay. So, like, if they list up a card on the official Jawa store, that's a really good price to shoot for, just based off of that alone. So I went there first, and I saw this all-white 3060 Ti, and I was like, dude, let's go, man. I like it. WTF is with the ads? Yeah, ads? Dude, why are we running ads? We literally give out a gaming PC every 6 weeks. Okay. That's a beautiful gaming PC. Speaking of white GPUs, man, that is literally all funded through ad money. The ad money that we get on here on Twitch goes directly to our giveaway PCs every 6. Bro, what's up with the ad? Dude, I'm thinking about cranking the ads up. That way we can get 5090s. If you guys had to vote, more ads for a 5090 or less ads, so whatever that dude's name was that's probably already banned by now. More. We need more ads. More ads. Ads are too quiet. Need more ads. More ads. More ads, I'm subbed. We need more. Look, I'm just letting you go. I'm just letting you guys know. For like the 6 of you that are complaining about the ads, there are way more people that we are way closer to adding more ads than less ads. Okay? Like, just straight up, man. And even, just to bring things back to reality real quickly before I end this crash out. Even if we didn't give away PCs with the ad money, like we are all aware that creators need to make money somehow. Like that has to that has to be common knowledge in 2025, right? Like we get, like you guys watch the ads for free, like we get paid. Like, come on, man. I hope we're all tracking on that one. All right. WTF? I know, man. It's a whole system. I hate to break it to you, man. Where does the sub money go? That goes to the sim rig. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you, man. That's all sim rig over there. More ads so we can get a set of RAM? That's what I'm thinking, man. Yeah, that might help, actually. Wait, y'all have mortgages and bills? It's a whole thing, man. 24/7 chair stream with the ads crying. I've been thinking about it, man. I've been thinking about it. Okay, let's catch up real quick. The Zero Rebel with Twitch Prime sub, Ash with the Twitch Prime, 40s, Nashorties, come on, man, with the Twitch Prime, Kicker Nips with the Twitch Prime sub, Caffeinated Vapor with a gifted out of tier 1 sub. Thank you, man. I still like that name. Desktop Gangs with Twitch Prime sub, Bad Dragon with the tier 1, TNT Funky with the 2-month, Crystal Ghoulish with the 300 biddies says, I have a Ryzen 7 9700X and an RX 7800 XT with 2 4K 60 monitors. Yikes, that's a tough position to be in. Should I upgrade to a 5080 or swap one of my monitors for a high refresh 1440p OLED? I really like that question. I like that question a lot. You definitely don't want to game on a 4K 60, especially when you have a good gaming PC. You're just not getting the full experience out of being capped at 60 FPS. Should you get a 5080 or swap one of my monitors to a high refresh rate 1440p OLED? I would do the latter, man. Because if you have a 5080, then your setup is even worse. Because you're still capped at 60 at 4K. I would not do that at all. The 7800 XT can take advantage of a 1440p OLED quite nicely with higher refresh rate. So I would go with the OLED, man. I would go with the OLED. Go for the OLED? Yeah. Yeah, that would be my pick for sure. Baby Scott back with the 8-month. Henry Bandini with the 3-month says, considering trading my kidney for 32 gigs of DDR5, thoughts? If you're going to do that, I would hold out a little bit longer, man. I think that price is still going up. So you might as well get the best kidney per dollar value that you can on that one. Don't actually do that. Shauner with the 62-month sub. What's up, gang? Can someone please let me know when we are halfway through the third quarter? Can't watch the Broncos until then. Also, LOL, Pice. That's your fault, man. That was all your fault. PC Addict with the 19-month sub. Glad I've been able to watch your videos and streams for more than 19 months now. Keep up the great work, Zach. Thank you, man. I appreciate that long-term support. Blind Tech with the 300 biddy says, Zach, the reason why your 3060 does not have yellowed on the middle fans of your 3060 Ti is because the 20 series white Zotac card had the plastic ones that were probably used by phone case manufacturers that make clear phone cases, but the 30 series may be using either a different type of plastic or metal. All right, Blind Tech. I appreciate the insight there. I'm just letting you know right now, though. I usually don't do this. But you're 100% wrong. I don't like calling people out. I feel like you might be cooking up to something with the 20 series thing, but I am letting you know you're 100% wrong. We had a lot of yellow 3060s from Zotac, man. It was not just the 20 series. I don't even remember that card on 20 series at all. I'm not questioning that. But no, it was definitely the Zotac 3060s. I talked about that in so many videos years ago. So I don't know what you're saying about the phone case thing or anything. But it was definitely affecting the 30 series. Hi, Wraith with the 2-month sub. Thank you very much. Frazier with the $2 YouTube super chat says, do you see 9060 XT prices going down on Black Friday? Yeah. That's a guess. It's 100% a guess. I do think that they will go on sale. The reason I say that is because we're already starting to see some actually good NVIDIA deals. I saw a 5070 today for $479. It was $70 under MSRP. A 5070. Yeah, I do think that the GPU market right now is actually in a good spot. This will definitely not last long, man. Like, don't get your hopes up. But yeah, I genuinely think that you'll see some deals. I'm not saying to wait. Don't get twisted. I'm not saying to wait. If you want to buy a 960, personally, I would do it right now. I'm never gonna tell people to wait ever again. But I do think that we'll see some decent GPU deals during Black Friday. Macro Logic with the super chat says, I currently have a 4060 Ti with 16 gigabytes of VRAM. Should I just keep this alongside my Ryzen 7 5800X and 1440p or upgrade? I also need ideas for the cooler. If you are unhappy with your performance, then I would upgrade. A 5800X with a 16 gig 4060 Ti is a very good combination. I'm sure you're starting to feel the age a little bit in 1440p with higher graphics. I can definitely still play 1440p, but with higher graphics, you might be starting to see the 4060 Ti slow down a little bit. I would only upgrade if you are unhappy with the performance and you're willing to spend a lot of money to get better performance, because you have a good system now. If you upgrade your CPU, you got to go all the way with AM5, and you have to join us in Ramageddon and pay terrible RAM pricing, or you need to buy a GPU that's better than a 16 gig 4060 Ti, and that's hundreds of dollars. So hopefully that helps. Crystal Ghoulish with the 500 biddy says, a while back you said you would take apart a GPU and frame it. I am currently in the process of doing it, but I thought I would remind you. You got a clip of that, man? I don't remember saying that at all. It sounds like something I would say. I don't remember saying it though. I would take apart a GPU and frame it. I don't know, man. I mean, that sounds cool, but long time ago in a TikTok, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I probably said this is a cool idea. I might have. I don't recall saying I will do it though. Thank you for the reminder though. Best of luck with your project. Crystal Ghoulish, what GPU are you taking apart? I would do that if it was like a sentimental GPU or like there was some type of story to that GPU. Like, yeah, well, I don't want to take apart that one, but the Jensen handed me a 2080 Super on the day they launched when we were out the NVIDIA HQ. I literally have a 2080 Super still sitting on the shelf that Jensen handed to me. Something like that I would consider, but at the same time, I don't want to destroy that GPU because it might still have his fingerprint on it. But yeah, I don't know if I'll go down that route. Are we caught up? Satu with the 2-month says best stream to watch while coding at 4 a.m. Yikes, man. Make sure you don't forget about sleep. An hour in? Yeah, let's go. Are you guys ready? Are you guys done with the yapping? Wow, we're at exactly an hour. I think it's about time, man. Yeah, you're ready? Never ready? Thank you for whoever banned that guy on YouTube. I was just about to grab the mouse to do that. Good call. I'm not done with the yapping. I'm working and watching. Nice. Yeah, I think it's ready. I think it's time. Let's get out our ASRock. What do you... I haven't asked this in a hot minute. What is our PC building experience like tonight? Why don't you guys type in the chat? How many PCs have you built? Hold on. Don't start typing. Don't start cooking. Just wait. Hold on. How many PCs have you guys built in the last 2 years? No pre-builts. No pre-built upgrades. How many PCs have you built start to finish in the last 2 years? Where are we at? 0, 0, 2, 7, 5, 2, 1, 1, 2, 0, 12, 8 to 9. Dude, we got... Okay, man, we got some good experience here. Let's go. 1,000 from Robitech. It's probably about right. 2.5. That... No. If you think you got a 0.5, that's... dude, I can answer that. It's a 2. There's no way. No way. 0.5, that's a 0 as well. If you guys think that you get a half point for something, nope. 100% 0 for this question. Probably like 15. Nice, man. 10. Working on the second. Nice. 10. All right, what's YouTube at? 2, 0, 4, 1, 3, 1, 26, 18. Wow. Well, okay, well, that kind of derails though. I was planning to do like a more beginner-friendly stream today. Like maybe like actually talk about like what I'm building, like a step-by-step. Dude, I feel like we don't need that. I feel like we're all on the same level here and we're just chilling. Doc says 10-ish. Wow. Does the 0.5 count? Nah. Not in this conversation. It does count that you have some experience, but like we're rounded down tonight, man. Please do that. Please. Wait, is that a bunch of people saying please or the same person? Okay, it's the same person. All right, so we got 1 vote saying to do that. Oh, there's 2. Do a beginner. Do we need to do the step-by-step tonight? Are you guys feeling that? Or can we chill? No, Zach, do a beginner stream. Do it. Do it. I'm a noob. Please do it. Yes. Yes. No. No, no. Yes, yes. Chill. -67. We had some good voting going on until then, man. Feed me your knowledge, please. Chill. Chill. Bruh, I got an ad. Poll? We ain't got time for polls. Oh, dude. I just lost my... Oh, never mind. It's just the screen timing out. I thought it was doing the OLED cleaning thing. Okay. All right. Let's do the step-by-step, man. Let's do the step-by-step. Crystal Ghoulish says I found it, Papa Zach. I don't... Okay. Thank you for sending that to me. I don't have... I gotta set up the audio, man. Oh, wait. No, I think I can. Oh, no. I can't. I don't have an easy way to watch that TikTok. I believe you. Okay, I guess I said it. Did I say it, Crystal? You sent me 500 biddies to show me the video, so okay. I'll assume that I said it. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder as well. Took another L with the 14 months. Milk. Oh, dude, Milkman's here. Dude, Milkman, welcome back to the... My bad, dude. I do that every single time. My bad. My bad. Dude, I really need a stream producer here, man. Like that... Dude, that was the definition of fumbling right there. Oh my god. We got to get a stream producer in the house ASAP. That is absolutely ridiculous. Milkman. Oh, Milkman says it's been a tough few months. I'm sorry to hear that, man, but if there's anything I can do, I'm here for you, Milkman. If you need to pick me up, you come here to Techman Tuesday, Thursday. I got you. I got you, man. Thank you for stopping by, man. Hope things turn around for you. Okay. Are we ready? Dude, okay, we're at the point where even I'm done yapping. We usually don't get that far. Even I'm done yapping. Aspinall smokes Jones. dude, I can't, man. That's at least a 20-minute delay right there if I take the bait on that one. Okay, all right, here we go. All right, step numero uno. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to unbox, unwrap, and get out your motherboard. Let me know if this is too much information to digest all at once. That's a neat looking motherboard. I literally bought this for aesthetics. Whenever I build these budget PCs, I do often search for... Sometimes my search criteria is the cheapest B550 that has 4 RAM slots and not atrocious VRM heatsinks. That is typically how basic it gets sometimes. Sometimes I'm willing to spend a few bucks more from that cheapest option to get an aesthetic motherboard. This is somewhat aesthetic, being the black and white option, but that is pretty much the extent of my search filter on that one. Let's get out our 5500. Got it right there. No backplate? What are you talking about, no backplate? What are you talking about, man? Who said no backplate? And why would you say no backplate? I don't understand. Okay, step. I forget what we're up to. Numero dos. You gotta get credit. This is a very important step. I don't know how you get credit, but... Something just fell in my toolbox. Always gotta... make sure you're tracking how many PCs you build, man. Super important step. I can take a look at any of these stickers and tell you exactly what build it's for. True story. Okay. All right, next up. That's a lot of stickers. Oh, we're in an ad? Dude, I didn't know we were in ad break, man. What? Why was nobody complaining about the ads this time? This is the one time I need to know that we're in an ad, man. I'm trying to cook over here. You're supposed to put it on the CPU? Optional. I'm at 1 sticker. Nice. What do you think of the new Gigabitty Aorus X3D line? What? Of motherboard? Dude, I got it on lock now. Milkman with the 25. 2, 3. I'm not gonna do, dude. I'm not gonna do it 25 times, man. Dude, the audio engineering is not up to snuff today. I apologize. Milkman, my goodness, 25 tier 1 gifted subs. Dude, let's go. Thank you so much, man. I am currently hiring stream producers. If you guys think that you can navigate OBS and YouTube Music and Stream Deck better than I can, currently taking applications. Milkman, thank you very much for that 25 gifted subs, though. I appreciate that. Are we out of an ad? Yeah, we're done. Okay. All right, here we go. What we're looking for, ladies and gentlemen, for the beginners out here, is sometimes it's a triangle, sometimes it's a dot, and sometimes it's one of these things. You're looking for the little indicator on your motherboard of which corner you're going to match up. This is our indicator. I'll admit that is not the best indicator I've ever seen in my lifetime. That's actually kind of weak. Sometimes it's like it's a nice triangle, something a little bit fancy. But what we're looking to do is pair that up with the gold triangle on our CPU. This is what our 5500 looks like. And we got this gold triangle right here. So that gold triangle is going to line up with this very weak indicator right here. That way you know the orientation of your CPU. Also with AM4 motherboards, I have yet to see one that is not in this exact position. So you basically take your CPU right side up and you rotate it clockwise 90 degrees. I have yet to see one that is not that. We're going to line that up right here. Make sure all those pins go down into the holes of the socket, and then that's it. With AM4, there is like basically no pressure pushing down here. I say this often, but with AM5, man, you gotta crank that thing down, and it does not feel good. With AM4, it's very easy. A baby could push that down. It doesn't really lock in that much at all. But there you go. That is the CPU. AM5 is stressful to install. Your first time installing an AM5 CPU, I don't care how many PCs you've installed before that, it's gonna feel uncomfortable latching that thing down. All right, with 2 sticks of RAM, there's a whole bunch of science behind here, but basically you need slot 2 and slot 4 from the CPU. So we got slot 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna install 2 sticks of RAM in slot 2 and slot 4. Okay, that's the very basic config. What we're looking for here is to make sure that this notch right here is what prevents you from plugging it in the wrong way. It will only fit this way and not that way, okay? Because that latch lines up with this little notch on the sticks. This is not perfectly in the center. It's more to the left than to the right with the way I'm holding it. So it will only fit in this orientation. So I'm going to fit it in between these slots here on the left and the right. And I'm going to give you some ASMR action. Just for the couple people that have never heard how the RAM sounds. We're going to get a perfect ASMR here. Check this out, man. This is how you do it right now. Squeaky. Squeaky clean. We're going to do that again for slot 4. Oh, man. Dude, that's solid. That is absolutely solid. All right, now here's something that you should never absolutely do in your PC building journey. I only do it for science. Oh my God. Dang. Dude, that FICWAT is not messing around at all. That's actually pretty solid in there. That's like a, what do you guys think that is? That's like an 8.4. That's really good, man. Especially for a very budget ASRock Pro motherboard and whatever FICWAT RAM is. Dude, that is solid, man. It's like an 8.4 at least. That might be a little... I might be undershooting that, man. That is pretty solid. Don't do that at home. All right, next up, let's do our SSD real quick. Is it the RAM or the motherboard? I have seen... In the couple months that I've been wiggling RAM, I have seen more of a correlate. The only correlation that we found is that typically the better motherboards wiggle the less. They get the higher wiggle rating. We've seen a couple 8.8s, 9.0s, 9.2s, and they've always been with high-end motherboards. I don't have this in a database anywhere. But this is definitely the cheapest motherboard and RAM combo that has ever gotten an 8.8, man. Like, that's actually pretty impressive. Wiggle Wednesdays? That's on the OnlyFans, man. That's not on Twitch. All right, let's get our SSD out. Comes with a nice little screw for us to use, but we don't need that. Higher quality DIMM sockets, yeah. Okay. For the SSD, on this particular motherboard, we have exactly one full-sized SSD slot. We actually have a secondary M.2 slot, but that is for those smaller little Wi-Fi cards. They actually make storage drives like that too, but this is for a Wi-Fi drive. We have one slot here, and it is underneath this M.2 armor. This is an SSD heat shield, so your SSD does not need to come with one. Which is nice. The ultra budget motherboards actually don't have this, but unless you're using a Gen 5 drive, you probably don't need a heat shield at all. You'll be fine. But I'm just going to unscrew those two. There's going to be this little plastic piece that protects the actual thermal pad here. So we're going to remove that so it actually works. And then I'm going to slot in this SSD going from left to right at an angle. This is about the angle that I install it in, just so you can see it. About like that. That's the angle. You just push it in like so. This is what it looks like before we screw it down. That's the angle that it's sitting at. And then you just press that down. And this particular one, we don't need to latch it down. Like sometimes there's a latching mechanism. Sometimes you use a screw. For this one, it's just relying on the screw from the heat shield to keep it down there in place. So we'll put the heat shield back on there. Line up the screw and screw that in, and then our SSD is good to go. It's like a diving board? Exactly. Well, not really. Not actually... Not at all. Have you seen a diving board look like that? I mean, like when it's bouncing, like... No, not really. Close. Oh, there is another SSD slot. Good call. Yeah, I did not see that at all. There is a second SSD slot. My bad. Right here. That is a secondary full-sized SSD slot. That was hot. Dude, that's hiding, man. Yeah, that's a little sneaky place for them to put it. Usually they're all lined up here. But yeah, that is definitely a second slot. There's probably a good chance that it's only a Gen 3. It's not labeled. It will be in the manual. But you typically just want to use whatever the top slot is. That'll give you the fastest speeds. Or the best PCIe generation. But yeah, that SSD is installed. And now the last thing to do to prep the motherboard is the cooler. I like to do all of the cooler stuff, or at least all of the cooler stuff that I can if it's an AIL, before the motherboard goes into the case. This is the final step of prepping the cooler. Pretty sure it's Gen 3? Yeah, I would imagine. Okay. Instructions for CPU coolers. Absolutely do not be afraid to use it. I bust out the don't clip that. I whip out... that's probably not better. I get out the instructions pretty often, just because we're always using different CPU coolers around here. Whenever you use these, you want to look for your socket type. We are on AM5. Basically, what it's telling us to do here is we want to remove these plastic bridges that come included with your motherboard. That way they're all gone right here. Then we want to install these metal bridges going from north and south. And then basically put on our thermal paste. The tower just screws into it. And then you're good to go. So that's what we are going to do right now. Step numero uno is removing those plastic bridges. Isn't that AM4? It is AM4. The AM4 and AM5 socket installations are the same. That's why I think those instructions said AM4/AM5. But yeah, they will be the same. Guys, AM4 and AM5 mounting is exactly the same. Yeah. Alright. So those are the 4 screws. A lot of people hang on to these. I have probably a million of them. So I'm going to put it in my bin. But underneath here, that is what was holding our motherboard backplate. It's very important that you keep this. There are very few CPU coolers and AIOs that don't use these days. A few years ago, like, you'd have to take this off often, and it was very annoying. But these days, most CPU coolers just use that, so make sure you don't lose it. So after that, we're going to get out our hardware that's labeled AM4 and AM5. It's always good when the CPU coolers actually label where the screws, or which socket the screws are for. And then we're going to get these bridges. Actually, first we're going to put on these spacers. That just creates the perfect height for this mounting. And we're going to get these bridges and screw them down like so. We'll hand tighten them at first. Make sure everything's lined up properly, and then we'll bust out the screwdriver and crank it down. Are we all tracking so far? Are we good? Is this too slow? Dude, like, I'm not gonna lie, man. I think I'm losing my voice already. I might need to take a breather after that. Are we all good? Too slow? Says Doc. Bust out, question mark. It's perfect. I don't know, man. I trust Doc's opinion. If Doc says too slow, build it in 14 minutes or less. Okay, Doc's in a speed run mode. His opinion is no longer valid. You're doing great. Time for another beer? Dude, I'm not shaking that beer up again, man. Are you serious? He's old. Stop pushing him. I only read that because I first thought you were talking about Doc, but now I realize you're talking about me. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm trying to find the perfect balance here. It was, just for the record, it wasn't me that voted on the step-by-step tonight. You guys all set, like, every single one of you at least built like 17 PCs when we were voting. This is not my fault. I'm just giving what the people want, man. Okay, we're gonna screw that in. Now we are definitely 100% never gonna forget to remove that. Absolutely devastating if you don't remove it. If you don't, then the heat does not transfer properly. Now it is time for some thermal paste. I'm just gonna use whatever they gave me. This is the Thermalright TF4. If you want to min-max your thermal paste application by buying some better stuff, go right ahead. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. For a square CPU, I am going to do a generous pea-sized dot, just like that. I'm not gonna lie. With the step-by-step tutorial, some people will crack under that pressure. And I'm just letting you know, like, that is about as perfect as a pea dot gets on a square CPU. That's a bit, yeah, a generous P. I like to go a little bit generous, because if you there's a lot of people that do the tiny pea-sized dot, and then that thermal paste doesn't go around the corner. So I like the generous dots there. So we got that on deck. I always forget which way to mount this. I don't think for this one it matters. Is it like this or like this? What does the picture show? I can't tell. Sometimes these are offset, so there's more space on one side. This one's actually not offset, so I don't think it matters. The only thing that matters is if you want to read the letters like this, or like that. I think my bookshelf is like this. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to do a final triple check that there's no plastic on top of there. And then these screws on either side are what is going to connect right here to those screws. We're going to line them up. Sometimes you can hand tighten them just to get it into place while you're pushing down. The big thing is you don't want to crank down on one side and not the other. You want to evenly disperse that pressure. That way you're not putting unnecessary pressure on that CPU. So I like to go back and forth. If you have a 4-screw setup, then just do the star method, going back and forth. But there we go. Just crank that all the way down until it doesn't turn anymore. And then after that, we just want to put our fan in here. For almost every traditional PC case setup, this is the orientation of the fan. This is intaking in this direction. So it's grabbing fresh air from the front of the case, blowing it this way over the heatsink. That way you cool the heatsink, and then it's going to exhaust through there. So that is the orientation that we're going to install that. To keep the fan in place, we're going to install these little metal brackets. These just loop into these clips. Actually, wrong orientation. We're gonna want to keep these cables down. So I'm gonna put the clips over here. That way, when it mounts, those cables are down and hiding. You don't want those to be visible, or you want to hide the visibility as much as you can. Then I got my thumbs on these little metal things, and I'm gonna push up until it wraps around, and it's just basically going to attach to the heatsink there. I'm going to take my 4-pin PWM connector and plug it into the one that says CPU fan numero uno. That way the speeds can ramp up and down depending on the temperature of the CPU. And then I'm going to leave my little 3-pin ARGB connector dangling here, because we will deal with that once we get that installed into the case. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the step-by-step motherboard prep for this $650 bill. Dude, I'm going to level with you guys. I need a break, man. That was a lot. That was a lot of yapping, man. Looks sweet. The aesthetics of this are actually pretty solid, man. I'm not going to lie, man. That actually looks pretty good. That is actually a pretty clean setup right there, man. How much was the RAM? You talking about the FIC watt? Dude, if you don't know about the FIC watt, man, you're missing out. Oh my god, it's so bad. This 32 gigabyte DDR4 kit from FIC watt cost $86. Oh my god, it's so bad out here. I don't know what white DDR4 prices are right this second, but when I bought the parts for this maybe a week ago, that was the absolute cheapest white DDR4 32 gig kit that I can find, man. Dude, it's probably higher now. It's probably higher, but 86, dude, that's DDR5 pricing right there, man. That's bad. That's rough, man. Is this a meme, FIC watt? No, like this is real life. The Ramageddon is so bad that I had to buy FIC watt. Yeah, no, it's bad. Can you donate the extra RAM at ZTT to the RAM list? Dude, I wish, man, but like if there's anything we're hoarding at ZTT, it's RAM right now. I actually told our ZTT builds manager, our operations manager, to buy as much RAM as he can find. Because I genuinely don't think that the RAM prices are going to correct themselves anytime soon. Like, he has full permission to buy literally as much RAM as possible. I think things are only going to get worse before they get better. All right, let's catch up here. Sublime with the 8-month resub. Riley with the 4-month. Exodia with the 550 biddies. Thank you, man. I am Wash My Bet with the Twitch Prime sub. Nups and Flex with the Twitch Prime sub. John with the 10 months says, when would AM4 be obsolete? I mean, it's obsolete now if you're putting together a gaming PC above maybe $850, $900. But for builds under that, it's still very much in play. Of course, I would recommend everybody goes with AM5 if you can afford it. But if you're spending less than like $750 or so, it all depends. Then AM4 is still a good play in my opinion. I love ads. I'm glad to hear that, man. Nom Nom with the 6-month sub. Capri with the Twitch Prime. Ace with the Twitch Prime. Cubes Codes with the $10 YouTube Super Chat says, hey, Zach, thanks for the orange PC help. I'm doing a new GPU. I have a Ryzen 5 5500, and my budget is $250. Should I get the Intel B580 or the Radeon 7600? Though I want more VRAM for future-proofing. Well, if you want more VRAM, then I would get the B580. If you are considering the B5... this is the only tough part about recommending a B580 these days. When the B580 launched, even though it was tough to find, at $250 with 12 gigabytes of VRAM and good 1440p gaming performance, dude, it was S-tier price to performance. No other GPU could actually compete at that price range. It was really good if you were willing to buy Intel. But now, we have at $20 more, 8 gigabyte 9060 XT. I know it's only 8 gigabytes, and you specifically said that you want the more VRAM. But guys, the 8 gig 9060 XT is starting to smoke the B5, not smoke, but it beats the B580 in literally every single game. So I think the price to performance value is actually at the 8 gig 9060 XT, but I know it looks bad with the less VRAM, but personally, I care about more how much FPS do I get out of this GPU right now, because that's why I pay for a GPU. But it's up to you. The B580 is still good. I ordered a B580, but I canceled it and bought a 3D printer instead. That's another alternative route. Yes. Buy the 8 gig 9060 XT and slap more RAM into it. That's also another alternative, yes. Okay. Time for the case, bro. Before we do the case, I'm going to prep the power supply because we got cable extensions. It's a modular... I think it's a modular power supply. The Pice 5.1. I'm pretty sure it's modular. I could be wrong, though. Maybe it's not. It doesn't say, so it's probably not. But we got to prep the power supply before we get the case out. Before we do any of that, though, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. I am going to run an ad while I'm taking my break. That way we don't have to watch. It's not. Okay. That way we don't have to watch ads when I'm actually building. So don't go anywhere. You guys are still earning points towards the gaming PC giveaway. Type in ! Giveaway if you have no idea what I'm talking about. But I will be right back in like a minute. Don't go anywhere, guys. All right. I got myself a new drink that we can shake up. This one doesn't have the instructions on shaking it up, but I gotta imagine that we can shake this one up too, right? Is that how that works? Should we do it? Should we run that one back? Cherry Coke Zero? Shake it good? Do I shake it harder than what I think? Nah, man. We'll pass on that one. This dude loves his Cherry Coke Zeros. I actually don't. They just don't have any other flavors. Oh, look at Griffin wanting to get some dude, Griffin, you haven't been on... He was not excited the last time I tried to get him on camera. He has not been digging the spotlight. Maybe we can convince him to come. You want to come on camera? Come on, bud. Come on, bud. Maybe we got warm up here. Yeah, there he is. There's the good boy. Freshly groomed good boy. Oh man, what am I doing? We got way better camera action for this, man. I can give you the... Oh no, my battery died. Oh no. That is a huge shame. My remote battery died. Hold on. Griffin, you gotta stay... Grip. Come on, bud. You gotta wait here, man. My battery died. Does it just work? It died. Grip. Come on, bud. Come on, man. Come over here. Come on, bud. Good boy. Oh, okay, now you guys can't see him. He's here. Oh, now he's on the motherboard. Don't lay on that. All right, we got a little camera time. We got a little bit. Oh, carpet. God. Guys, not to toot my own horn or say that this is an actual accomplishment, but guys, I have built at least 500 PCs on carpet. I promise you're fine, man. Dude, there's always somebody, man. It's his stream now. You want to get some more camera time here real quick? Because I got to get back in the zone whenever you're done. Come on, bud. Nah, he might not be feeling it. Come on. You want to get some camera time? Oh, no, he's bailing. Oh, my God, he almost stepped on the motherboard. That was close. He's a good boy, but he's a little shy boy. Old dog, new tech with the tier 1 sub. That can't be legit. That's absolutely insane. Capri with the tier 1 sub, thank you. 5-0 with another super chat says, what's the cleanest GPU brand? I think the white XFX. That white XFX 9070 and 9070 XT, those are good, man. Those are super clean. Otaku with the super chat, thank you. Appreciate it. I think we're all caught up. Is he a lab? He is a husky lab. He is half husky, half lab. Yeah, the ASRock Steel Legend cards, those are beautiful as well. There's another good white card now. Oh, I really like those Asus dual cards from last generation. The ones that look like a spaceship. I can't believe they're not doing that again. Those were my favorite for 40 series. And 30 series. I think they were 30 and 40. How old is he? He's almost 11. He's almost 11. He still acts like a barely out of puppy 2-year-old, but he's somehow 11 already. What do you think of the Okonos Aqua cases? Dude, I love Okonos, man. We buy the Okonos cases by the pallet at ZTT. Yeah, we really like those. Very, very good price to performance. What am I looking for? Power supply. Oh, there it is. The Aqua 93 is such a clean case. Now, I will admit, I think Okonos shines more with their budget cases. I mean, I don't have anything against the those like, I think they have like an Aqua 9 and an Aqua 93. I don't remember my thoughts, but I think I remember them being just fine. But I do think Okanos, their sweet spot is the $60 to $80 case. And for those, yeah, they provide some absolutely insane value. We got to get this twist tie out of my build ASAP. The Aqua 9 is awesome. Nice. Yeah, the Aqua 3 is like 55 bucks. How much is this power supply? I have no idea how much this routinely goes for. But it was on sale for $35, which is why I bought 15 of them. And it's not the first time that they've gone on that sale before. I think this is the second time, at least the second time that I've taken advantage. I think last year I bought 10 or 15 of these at one point as well. But it is a tier C power supply, which is the only reason I bought it, because it is a cheaper model. I am starting to regret it though, considering, if you guys missed it earlier, this is apparently a Pice Gen 5.0. Oh my god. A Pice Gen 5.0. Dude, I was feeling good about this build till I saw that. Like that's tough, man. Tier C4. Dude, I don't know how I've never heard somebody say that before, but that is a zinger and a half, man. I like that a lot. We might need to get that on a shirt. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is this is boring. I'm not gonna do this step by step for this one. This is very boring. What I will give you is these are cable extensions. Remember, there are cable extensions, and then oh my god, I am just realizing what happened. We have two different extension sets. You guys can probably not tell on camera. I was wondering what happened because this was an open kit. And it was either Amazon probably sent this to us. They probably messed up. These are two different extension kits. Can you guys tell? You can tell? Yeah, these are different colors. These are different than these. And I think this is actually another Amazon scam, because this is what I noticed whenever we were unboxing it. It says that this is a PCIe 5.0 kit, which means that it should have the 12-volt high-power connector. And I was freaking out when we were talking about the parts, because we don't need the 12-volt high-power connector for this build. But what I'm seeing is this was part of the 12-volt high-power connector kit, but then they threw in the 6+2s from a different kit, because this is a slightly different white than this. So these are essentially two different kits. I'm gonna send it. I don't really care. I'm pretty sure that is an Amazon scam though. Yet again, but I'm not entirely sure what happened. Okay, but yeah, these are extensions. These will plug in to the connector side of any power supply. It doesn't matter if it's modular, semi-modular, or not modular at all. This connection, the connection that plugs into components, this is standardized, which means all of these extension kits will just plug into this, no problem. That is different than custom cables. Custom cables are what you plug into modular power supplies. We do not have a modular power supply, so we just buy these white cable extensions. They do extend the length. I do not buy cable extensions because I need the extra length for these builds. I buy them purely for aesthetics because I want the white cables. Yeah, see, we're even missing one of these, man. We should have gotten 4 of those. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. So we're gonna have to do it this way. 4 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those. Yeah, that's a huge bummer, actually. I love when Zach yaps. Dude, I hope so, man. This is a yapping stream. I might need to tone down the yapping, though. We might need to transition over to ASMR. I feel like I'm losing my voice already, man. This is a lot of yapping. Always need the extra length. What is your all-time favorite video game? I don't think I have one. All time. I mean, that's too tough of a question. Pull a meta PCs and build a Lego PC. They did that today, right? I thought I saw the notification for it. I did not tune in, unfortunately. Minecraft right now, dude. Dude, we are in a huge Minecraft phase here at the ZTT household. I've been playing Minecraft even without my kids, just so I'm prepared for when we do play. Speaking of which, Minecraft Friday night. We'll be gaming tomorrow. Alright, so what I'm doing now are just threading in these cables into the cable combs by just pushing them in here fully aligned. This is what keeps the cables looking nice and straight. Otherwise, they'll look like kind of weird like this, as opposed to what you can kind of see that I'm doing already. This straightens out the cables. This is probably the most boring part of building a gaming PC, in my opinion. It also hurts your fingers a little bit, but it's worth it for the aesthetics. That way we get the nice even straightness versus like madness over here. I'm gonna put two of these on the 24 pin and then a few more on the other cables. Stream your Minecraft family night? That sounds like a terrible idea, man. I like, part of me wants to show you guys our Minecraft world. But like, I don't know. It's too sacred. We're having too much fun with family Minecraft nights like that. I'll come into the streams and tell you guys about like what we're up to and whatnot. But I gotta keep that. That's a family thing right there, man. We're having too much fun with that. But for an update, last night I stayed up really because my 6-year-old really wants to find our first village. We're on the new survival server, etc. We haven't found a village yet. So, dude, I stayed up very late last night looking for a village, and I finally found one at like midnight last night, tucked under some cherry blossoms. It's like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. It's a perfect first village. So tomorrow during family Minecraft night, we're probably just gonna gun it straight for that village and set up shop underneath the cherry blossoms. It's gonna be great. Are you doing Java or Bedrock? It's a weird setup. My boys are still playing on Bedrock clients, just because that was easier. We started them on Bedrock because we got a Switch, we got an iPad, we got computers, etc. So they're on a Bedrock client, but the server is still Java. That way I could still load it up with mods, have better customization and whatnot. But so it's both. You're using Geyser? Yeah, Geyser and Floodgate. Don't share that family time with the world. Keep it family. Yeah, exactly. I'll gladly like share what happens and talk about it and whatnot, but like we're not gonna do much more than that, man. Okay, this is the 4+4 for the CPU power. Only like this much of it, probably not even that much, is going to be exposed coming from the back of the motherboard. So we only need 2 for that. And then these are the two 6+2s. Typically, I would use an 8 slot. Actually, hold on. I might have extras. I sometimes keep extra cable combs here in the ZTT household. Let's see if... Oh my god. Oh my god. I love that I take aesthetics too far sometimes. Because this is exactly why, man. I got the stash. I got the stash right here. This is specifically my stash in case things go wrong and I'm missing parts. This is what I got, my little goodies here. We got some PWM cable extensions. We got some LTT Velcro straps. We got multiple colors and sizes of GPU sag brackets. We got some ARGB splitters, some PWM fan hubs, and most importantly, we got extra cable combs on deck. So now we can do my little fun method of cable combing these together. I love that I have all that stuff, man. That is super clutch. 3D printed Gridfinity box, exactly. Exactly. I broke it though, so it doesn't actually latch anymore. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, I'm sure if you guys have been watching Thirsty Thursday, this is like your 3,000th time hearing me explain this. But this is a 6+2 connector, and this is a 6+2 connector. We want to combine them as opposed to running two individual 6+2 slots, because then they don't stay lined up with each other. This is a 24 pin. So what we have to do, you could clean cut this a little bit better if you want to take it extra far, but for the sake of speed, I'll just use these cutters. We want to basically just cut off two of these on the sides, on both sides, and then that way we essentially have one that can fit both. That way all of the cables stay nice and tidy, and the aesthetics are a little bit better. Hopefully everyone's tracking that. How many times do you guys type the number in chat of how many times you've heard me explain that right there? I would love to know the number on that. How many times do you think you've heard me say, this is how you combine the 6+2 connectors with custom cut cable combs? Where are we at? Guys, I need real numbers. No 6s or 7s. 25, 40, 90. Okay, you guys can't control yourselves. That is absolutely obnoxious. That is too much brain rot. Dude, I'm just asking a simple question here, man. That's too much. First stream, there you go. I'd rather hear that. Actually, 94 and counting. Nice. Are you writing them down, or? It's an oddly specific number, man. I don't doubt you though. I think it's about time for a purge. Who said that? Dude, that sounds like our next Discord mod. That's dude, another purge. Dude, we haven't done a purge in a hot minute, man. What are you guys thinking? How many people we got here? 1.2 million. Dude, we could at least cut that down by like $500,000. What if we just banned anybody that said 6-7 in the last 30 minutes? How many, dude, how many people would we lose? That would be a serious part. Do it? That's what I'm thinking, man. That's a great idea. Wall the Pup says, I said it. I hope to work for you someday. Dude, you are on a fantastic start, my friend. You have a bright future ahead of you at ZTT. Yeah, I think that might be the play. At least 400,000? That's what I'm thinking, man. That'd be a solid purge. That is not a bad idea at all. I bought a pre-built and I don't see the fans on Signal RGB. Can you help? Yeah, Signal RGB doesn't, as much as we hope it does, Signal RGB doesn't absolutely work with every single product. There are a couple things that could have gone wrong. But yeah, there are some product, like, ouch. Dude, I don't know what's happening here, but I keep cutting my fingers here, and I was at the gym today, and it was dude, I was getting blood all over the rope. Dude, it was a mess. Yeah, like a lot of Lee fans don't work with Signal RGB. There's some products that just don't integrate well with that. But what does integrate well are these cable extensions. This is why we did that. That way it's nice and straight and connected here. It looks like one singular cable instead of two different strands. I'm actually going to add another one. A, because we have it, but B, you'll see later with this case setup why another one would be beneficial. So I'm gonna do that one more time, and then I promise we're done with this boring step. Wearing gloves makes you look weak. I get it. Oh, dude, you wouldn't catch me dead in a gym with gloves on. Come on, man. Gloves. What are you building tonight? This is a $650 all-white gaming PC. This is for an upcoming YouTube video. No other angle other than that. It's just a $650 build. Show you some options with updated RAM pricing. We definitely overpaid for this kit today. How much of that is RAM? About 3,000 of it. Yeah. Well, pretty much all the budget is RAM. There we go. Now that is looking squeaky clean. Okay, we can get rid of all this stuff. Okay, so here are our nice and cable-combed cable extension, not looking so crazy anymore. So we're going to plug those into here. I'm going to turn off that non-copyrighted song that just tried to play. And then we will plug in our PCIe power cables and our 4+4. Now all of our connections are good to go. The power supply is prepped. And now it's finally time to actually put these Lego pieces together. Corin with the tier 1 sub, thank you. Naba with the Twitch Prime. Ja with the 16-month. Bog, Twitch Prime sub. Masu with the Twitch Prime sub. Infinity's Vault with the $1 super chat, also with the $5 super chat, says, what is the best optimized game for PC this year? Arc Raiders or Battlefield 6? Good question. I don't have enough details to tell you which one is better, but like I've said in both of our benchmarking videos, both of them are very optimized. Judging off of the guy that benchmarked them at the ZTT HQ, I'm going to guess that Arc is better because he was raving about these Arc Raiders graphics, even with a 3060 or a B580 or an RX 6600. He was talking a lot about how good those graphics look. So maybe Arc, but I'm not 100% sure. He was very excited after benchmarking how good and optimized that game was. Crazy to think Arc runs on Unreal Engine 5. I know, it's insane, man. It's insane. They must have some good devs. Yeah, it is wild. Like, I mean, we've been defaulting. A lot of people have been defaulting to just saying, oh, it's an Unreal Engine 5 game, and just blaming the engine. But Arc is a very good example that, I mean, I don't know how much extra effort, time, and money went into making it an optimized Unreal Engine 5 game, but it's definitely possible. Yeah, that's pretty wild. I personally will no longer be saying, oh, it's an Unreal Engine 5 game. Because that's exactly like the tone that people say it in too. I won't be saying that anymore. There's another really optimized Unreal Engine 5 game that people forget about. I can't remember which one though. There's another one that proves that it's not just the engine. Is the finals Unreal Engine 5? That's not what I was thinking of. Is it? It's made by the same devs. I know the finals are made by the same devs as Arc. I don't think that's what I was thinking of, though. Expedition 33? I don't remember that being insanely optimized. What's the VR for? 100% transparent. The only reason that VR is there is because this is where my sim racing wheel used to sit. The Formula FSR wheel from Moza, that's where that used to sit. But now that the sim racing rig is finally built as of yesterday, I got a nice little hook over there for my different steering wheels. So I need to figure out what to place down there, but that was on top of that. So I just brought that down. I have not been using VR at all. I kind of miss it. Like I go through phases of using VR. I genuinely enjoy VR, but I don't play anything in VR consistently. I just go through phases. But yeah, this is the Fantex XT-M3. Am I doing this wrong? I feel like I'm doing this wrong. The Fantex XT-M3. This is a... Okay, I gotta be doing this wrong. Why is it not popping out easily? Does the front panel have to come off? Remove top panel first. Dude, I did that, man. Dude, that's a screw. That is a screw. I'm not gonna pull that off. Where's my screwdriver? There we go. All right. You would think... Oh, it's a pick... All right, user error. Somehow I only read the words. I didn't look at the picture. Remove top panel first. And there's a screw. Got it. I am now tracking. You would think that I would look at the pictures, man. Have you tried turning it off and on? I have not tried that. We're gonna bend that case that I bent ever so slightly a little bit a little bit back. There we go. All right, glass. Let's remove that too. That's a painful design. Yeah, having to... we just used another case like this before. Having to use a screwdriver to remove case panels is a... Okay, why is that not removing? Dude, I don't want to bend this one. Yeah, having to use a screwdriver to remove case panels in 2025 is that not a questionable design? Like what year is it? I bent my NZXT H5 front panel today. I sat on it. Yikes. Bent side panel is fine. More airflow, right? There, dude, that's what I was thinking, man. That's what I was thinking. Shipping screws? They don't need shipping screws. I think you're trying to sound smart. It doesn't need shipping screws, man. 95% of other cases don't need the shipping screws. Is the Moza R3 a good wheel? Hold on. We gotta ban this guy over on YouTube. I got it, man. Goodbye. I've never tried the R3. Moses sent me the R5 last year, and I really like that. And then they upgraded me to the R9, which is just a little bit better. I would assume that the R3 is good, but I really don't know. I haven't tried the R3. Why not test the PC before putting it in the case? I'm gonna level with you, man. If you want to do that, I totally support it. I'm not about that lifestyle here. On Thirsty Thursday, we gotta keep things moving. Okay, we definitely do not have time for that. Okay, this is a very interesting... Dude, there's a lot going on here, man. There it is. I was looking for that screw. The side panel screw. Okay, we got... This is what the back panel is looking like. Oh, let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. That's what the back panel is looking like. We got some 2.5 inch. Whoa. That's some heavy or light action metal here. The motherboard's going to go here. Looks like the power supply is going to go face up over here. We got a whole big bundle of PWM and RGB connectors. And then it looks like this is also where Fantex decided to hide this huge bundle. It looks like I'm gonna have to remove this panel to get yeah, I don't know if we'll need that. to get access to this. Zip tie, no thank you. That is not allowed in my system, sir. Not up in here. Is that the Fantex XT-M3? It is. Okay, so we got that bundle. That looks good. We'll remove that twist tie whenever we get to it. I think we're good, man. Let's start installing some of these parts. We're going to start with the IO shield, because it's absolutely devastating if you ever forget that. Also going to make sure that we have enough standoffs. Sometimes cases, they don't come with all the standoffs that you need, so I'm just checking to make sure that it's filled out there. I'm going to push this IO shield from right to left into there. Try not to cut myself. That is the sharpest part of most PCs right there. Then I'm going to grab my motherboard. Oh, wow. Dude, this is not going to work at all. Look at this. Come on, Fantex. What are we doing here, man? Look at this. That's not a great start. They have this cable for this rear fan, like, pulled so tight that I literally wouldn't even be able to install the motherboard right there. And I can't pull it because it's cable managed to give it more slack. If I try to... I could maybe install it by going up and around. Oh, that feels bad. I could do it that way. I guess that's still really tight though. Yeah, that's not good. We're not gonna do that, Fantex. What are we doing here, man? That is a little bit too cable managed. And also, oh my god, dude, this is not off to a great start at all. There's a sharp edge here. I just almost cut myself. What the f— why is this so sharp? Oh my god. This, can you guys see through the case here? This right here, dude, I almost cut myself already. That's ridiculous. Down here. That is a very sharp edge here on the, dude, this is a budget case, but like, come on now. Typical Fantex. I mean, I usually like Fantex's stuff, man, but that, dude, I don't like the start of this at all. Yeah, I mean, we don't... Sharp edges used to be a very popular thing whenever you are building with a budget case. I'm not going to leave this in here, don't worry. I'm just putting it in here for now. It used to be a very popular thing, but like, gone are the days of having sharp edges in a PC case. That is obnoxious. Okay. Alright, now we have enough slack there to install our motherboard. Gonna push those ports of the IO out into that IO shield. And then there's the standoff that's in the middle. This isn't always, but most of the time these days. The standoff right here has like a little lip or dip into it. And that keeps the motherboard in place. Very, very convenient feature. A lot of cases have that these days. This is the only accessory bag that came included with the XT-M3. To nitpick a little bit more, with all white cases, I would really prefer the clear zip ties. I appreciate the zip ties, don't get me wrong. See, they even gave us silver hardware, which is what we want for a white PC, but the all black zip ties are a little questionable. Calling sharp edges popular is crazy. I mean, it used to be popular. Like, I mean, not like in a good way, but like back in the day where like all the budget cases were only from like DIY PC and Sama, before other manufacturers were making the budget cases. Like those were actual hazards. There were a lot of sharp edges on those. You don't see that these days at all anymore. It was normal? Yeah, it was a normal thing. I remember talking in videos years ago about like where to look out for the sharp edges. It's not really a thing these days. All right, now I'm just gonna install or screw in all of these standoffs on the motherboard. Eve Crystal Gaming with a 300 biddy says, sorry, I would have, oh no. Sorry, I would have donated more. I have like $12 left. Also, what is better? Laptop 4060? Or a desktop 3060? Oh. First off, please don't ever apologize for not donating more. Second of all, that's actually a good question, man. You can solve that question by typing it into YouTube? I don't know. I actually don't know. What would I guess? I would guess that the desktop 3060 is better, but I really don't know. Laptop GPUs are obviously underpowered and have less cooling and are power restricted, but I don't know that exact comparison. I definitely do not keep laptop GPU versus desktop GPU comparisons in my head. Sorry, but you can find the answer to that very quickly on YouTube, I would imagine. I would guess the desktop 3060 is better though, but I'm not sure. And judging by the lack of responses, I think most people don't know that answer either. Okay, one more standoff, and then this motherboard is installed. Okay, there we go. Oh, sorry, wrong camera. There we go. All of the screws are good to go, so now we can plug in all of these cables, which are the case connector. We got a front panel that is integrated into one connector, which is good. And these are all white, which I appreciate. HD audio, USB 3.0, and USB Type-C. So we're gonna route those. We're gonna get our fancy camera here over at this angle, maybe. Is this charged yet? No? Hello? Oh, there it is. There we go. Come on, man. There we go. We're gonna plug in these connectors now. So HD audio is almost always in the bottom left corner. I know you probably still can't see. Maybe we can get some zoom in action since we're doing this step by step, man. You're probably gonna end up just seeing my hands, but I mean this or my bald spot. But this is as good as I can give you here, man. This is the USB 3.0. If you want clean cable management from the front, which in my opinion you definitely should, one of the biggest things to do is just to route the cables out from the back side of the case as close as possible to wherever it's going. Don't route this front panel connector from the top, since the front panel connector or the header on the motherboard is all the way down here. Then just route it down here. That way it has the least amount of visibility. You don't want that coming from even over here, because then you would see it wrap down. How much is the case? It's only 60 bucks, which is the whole reason I bought that. We unfortunately do not have, this is the downside of using AM4 most times, is, oh, hold on, dude, I'm messing up this Zoom game big time. We do not have a USB-C connector with this motherboard, so unfortunately we can't use that. If we really wanted to use the USB-C connector, which is down here on the front side of the case, we could use a USB 2.0 adapter, or there's actually a USB 3.0 extra header down here. We could use an adapter for that. It will be slower speeds. It'll slow down to whatever the port is over here, but it'll still give you that USB-C connection. I don't have one of those on hand though, so we will just not worry about that for now. The next thing we need to worry about though is this ridiculous bundle of fans. Whatever we got, I don't know what all we have going on here. Are these, I can't even tell if these are daisy chained or proprietary or what the what is this nonsense? The only reason I'm confused is because I see multiple PWM, but I only see 2. But we got 3 fans. How do we have 2 PWM connectors and 1 ARGB? I don't know. Maybe that's from the back fan? That's the CPU cooler. How am I gonna do this? I don't think my motherboard is gonna have 2 ARGB slots. Or headers. There's 1. Oh, we do have 2. Okay, well, I guess that's what we're gonna have to do then. Okay. So I'm gonna take the ARGB cable from our CPU cooler and route that to connect to the motherboard. And then I would take the ARGB connector from the daisy-chained case fans and plug that into another connector on the motherboard. Can't really see what I'm doing, but this one's gonna plug in down here. Because we can't daisy chain those. It's a weird setup. It's like a proprietary ARGB, but I don't really know what's going on here, to be honest. I'm a little confused. Case model is the Fantex XT M3. Okay, so now we just unleashed this rat's nest. And yeah, we got 1 PWM connector here, 1 ARGB from here. I feel like these need to plug into each other. Maybe that came undone. Yeah, that needs to plug into each other. But then we have a second PWM. That I'm not tracking all the way, but it is what it is. We got to do what we got to do. And this is going to be a complete rat's nest back here. I can already tell. This is going to be a bad one. Was it a solid or mesh top case? It is a mostly mesh case. Or top panel. Yeah, this is going to be a rat's nest. This is going to take some serious work for cable managing. Okay, that's plugged in. Now we need some PWM action. How many? We got 2 at the bottom here. Yeah, we can just, we'll hide these. Hide these to go in the through this little thing. And then they can both connect down here. We got 2 PWM connectors down here. That is the fan control. This is what allows you to adjust your fan curve or your static fan speed to be whatever you want. That's what those connections do. Okay. So now everything that we need to be plugged in is plugged in. Again, we can't do the USB-C now. But this is unfortunately what this cable management is looking like. And I'm just now realizing that I got to redo some of this because we got this bar going across here, and that is what the side panel is going to plug into, or like lay down. And I failed to route some of these cables through the holes of this bar. So I'm going to redo those couple real quick. Otherwise, I don't think the case panel can close unless if I do. So we'll do that real quick. Back cover will hide it all. That is true. That is true. But we'll do it. We'll do it a somewhat functional cable management. We're not gonna go IG worthy or anything, but we'll get it to a functional level at least. Okay. Front panel is plugged in now. Okay. How's the sim setup? It's amazing. We can definitely talk more about the sim setup once we... Oh, I got one more to do. The USB 3.0. This one sucks trying to unplug. Oh my god, that one really sucks. Nobody likes unplugging the... Oh my god, why is that in there like that? Oh, that is obnoxious. That is crazy latch down in there, man. It's like they don't want you to take this off. That is ridiculous. Oh my God, I might not be able to do that. That might be permanently in there. I don't think I have a choice. I have to uninstall that. Oh my God. It's like it's latched down, but it's not. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna break my motherboard. Oh my God, I might. This is crazy. There we go. Oh my God. That was brutal. All for the sake of cable managing. Actually, that's for the sake of closing the case. We're not trying to get fancy. I just got to be able to get this case closed. Okay, now I can replug that in. There we go. Your watch is off by a minute? It's actually off by an hour. I have still yet to daylight savings adjust that. Dude, I've been slacking, man. I'm an hour and 1 minute off. What about the CPU ARGB? I did explain that. That's coming all the way around to the bottom ARGB port down here. There's 2 ARGB ports on the motherboard. Plug them both of them. Daylight savings is such a dumb system. Dude, don't get me started, man. I could talk about how dumb daylight savings is all day. Yeah, we'll save that for after the stream too. Okay, how am I gonna cable manage this though, man? This is what I like to do is I like to do some pre-cable managing. That way you don't have to deal with a rat's nest at the end, and you can kind of just go. Yeah, this is bad. Okay, so for the zip ties that are not going to be visible from the front side, I'm going to use the black ones. If it's going to be visible, I don't even know if I have any more clear ones. That'll suck. So we'll use the black ones for this side. Just pull these cables tight. Just try and make this look a little bit nicer. All states on the West Coast voted to abolish daylight savings, and California is the only state holding back. Well, I don't know about any of that, man. All I know is that it is definitely dumb. Okay. What can I do with... What can I... Oh my God, this is not good, man. Maybe I can get that bundle together like this. This is not planned at all, man. This is... Sometimes you just gotta zip tie whatever you can get. With some builds, in some cases, like, yeah, you can, like, look at it and be like, oh, I'm gonna put this here, I'm gonna put that here. Definitely gonna take this stupid twist tie out for sure. But other times, you just gotta zip tie whatever is in the way. That's what we're doing right now. We're just zip tying as we go. Okay, now we have this. And this. Probably just pull that. Probably just pull all of these tight this way. Get rid of that twist tie? Dude, it's gone. No zip ties up in here, man. Never again. Never again. Okay, there we go. So we got that little... That should be fine. I don't know what I can zip tie this to, though. Yeah, dude, dude, I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of this case so far. We got, like, no cable management. We're not getting any help with cable management. They have this back panel here, which is designed for you to stuff all of your extra cables. We will be leveraging that, but, like, aside from that, there's, like, nothing here that's helping me with the zip ties. It's a little upsetting, to be honest. And no white zip ties. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to put a black zip tie that's going to be visible from the front That might look a little weird. So we're just gonna do what we can do. Now that we have everything tight, this I can't do anything about, unfortunately. Now that everything is tight over here, I guess now what we're gonna do is just zip tie this back here because that panel will cover it. So it'll be like that, and then it'll actually look, dare I say, a little clean. But this is only the pre-cable management phase. We still have to do the power supply after all this, so it's about to get a lot worse, man. But we can at least do that for now. And now let's snip all of those off of here. That's the best we can do for now. Dude, we gotta get some of these people out of here, man. We got some bozos in the chat tonight. Where are these people coming from? I've had to lay down the band hammer myself a couple times, man. Zip tie is done? I think zip tie is done. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we are good to go. Actually, I'm gonna do one more. This one's bothering me over here. We're gonna do one more back here. Okay, there we go. All right, that's actually not looking terrible. And again, we will have this little guy to use. So once we cover up that, it'll actually look much better. That's actually looking clean, but that is without a power supply with cable extensions. So like I said, it's about to get a whole lot worse because we need to somehow fit all of this nonsense in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the power supply. That way I don't forget. And then we will plug this extension in like that. And we're going to put the power supply like this. This is a very unorthodox power supply installation. I think this is the right way. Oh, no, that is not the right way. We're going to unplug this. We're going to pull this down here. We're going to put the power supply in like this. And then plug it in. That way it actually fits. There's a weird spot for a cable, though. It's actually a very weird angle for a cable. Dude, what are we doing? I don't like this at all. That's a nasty angle right there. Okay, so that's gonna be like that. And then you kind of twist it like this. So then it can... Ew. There we go. Dude, I don't like that at all. That puts a nasty... It's not terrible, but it puts a quite a bend radius on there. I don't love that. Bozo Thursday? Dude, that might be the name, man. Seeing some extra bozos. Bro, Twitch is horrible? Yeah, I mean, we might need to resort to YouTube chat. I don't like that cable bend. I don't either, man. Yeah, that's a questionable design choice by Fantex to put it like that, but I don't think there's anything else we can do. The only thing we could do is flip the power supply. That way the fan is facing inside, but I don't want the fan to face inside. I want it to intake fresh air. Painful says YouTube chat has been just as bad. Wow. Way to call them out, man. I didn't say it. That was painful. Okay, there we go. We got that, and then, yeah, I mean, this is just gonna go here. Like so. Kind of looks like it was designed to do that. But yeah, I don't like that even a little bit. Numpty! Numpty's trying to revive the... Or not revive, but, you know... turn around the Twitch chat over here with the 5 tier 1 gifted subs. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Dial also with the Twitch Prime. Titanic God with the 300 biddy says, how are you doing, Zach? Sorry for missing half the stream. That PC looks tough to build, question mark? What are the specs? We have a 5500, 32 gigs of DDR4, and a 3060 Ti inside the Fantex XT M3. Thank you for the 300 biddies. Mystic Seeker with the Twitch Prime sub. Carlos with 300 biddies. Oh, we got a hype train, dude. I don't like ever advertise like the hype train thing. Like, I mean, we talk about it. But like, I don't ever be like, guys, we got to get this hype train up or anything. But if there was ever a time where we needed a hype train, like, you guys nailed it. Yeah, right now, the Twitch chat could definitely use a hype train, man. We got to turn that around. I don't know where these people are coming from. Corin gifting out another tier 1 sub. Thank you. Air Bear with the 3-month resub. Appreciate that. Reptilian Alien. That's with the Twitch Prime sub. Carlos with the 300 biddy says, I think you're not routing the cables on the case correctly. I see you doing that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about. We got it. That was a while ago. Mystic also gave a YouTube super chat. Thank you, man. How you doing tonight? Dude, I'm doing good, man. This build, I don't like the case. Everything else has been going well. I don't like the case so far. And I'm just now realizing I didn't route the ARGB connector as smoothly as I wanted to. We will have to adjust that. I'll do that right now before I forget. Oh, I zip tied it too. I don't like that the zip tie or the RGB cable is coming this way. I'd rather it go up and around there. So we'll cut that off real quick. Redo that. We got to make that look good without snipping the cables. I'm doing well, man. We got the sim rig set up. Most of my work day yesterday was making content about the new sim rig. I filmed 2 videos about building the sim rig, so those will come out at some point. I actually tried to film the rest of the video today at the office, but then the office power went out. So some people actually stayed at the office. I went home because I can do pretty much my entire job from home. Some people were continuing to build PCs in the dark today. I think they had some flashlights going and some battery like desktop light things. They're still doing their best, man. They're cranking them out, but we might want to double check those PCs. Our guy that ships the PCs, like packages them up, he stayed, and he stayed in the dark and is continued to packaging PCs. It was nice, man. Other people left. Some other people left. Got to get a bonus for that. Let's see how they did first. I like the initiative, but we got to make sure that they didn't mess things up. We got to get rid of this guy too, man. He's got to go. That's 3 bans of the night, man. Trail Tech, I'll be checking out that DM later tonight. Corin with the 300 biddy says, what CPU would you recommend for a 9070 XT? I would get either a 9600X if you don't want to spend a lot of money. Your mods are sleeping, man. Maybe they're not sleeping. Maybe they're just busy. Maybe they're just busy. It is an unpaid position, so you can't fault them for that. Either a 9600X or a 9800X 3D. If you want to go all out. Okay, I think we're good on that. Yeah, let's start plugging in some of these. Oh my god, look at this. So much for the cable, man. Oh my god. Now, I'm not going to make that same mistake again. I'm going to route these cables properly through the case so I don't have to reroute them twice. Like we did for the other connections. First, we got the... I'll do this GPU one because that's what I got my hands on here first. This might be a little tough, though. The holes that they got to route through are not that big, man. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The more I use this case, the more I don't like it. I was looking forward to this. That can route through there, and then I guess through here. Like so. Push it out, yep, like that. That way that comes from here. That'll be our GPU power cable. You gotta be careful when pulling cables from the bottom of the motherboard, because you don't want those cables to snag on a motherboard pin down there or anything. Okay, so that should be enough slack. We'll find that out later. Now let's do the 4+4. Or actually, we'll do the 24 pin. This is what I'm really worried about. I don't know how I'm gonna get this 24 pin through this hole. This looks a little rough. I forgot this was a learning stream. This is a figure it out stream at this point. Route this 24 pin coming through here. Look how little room we have, man. This is an actual tight squeeze. Dude, I don't know about this case. Were people rating this case highly? I feel like I saw some good reviews about this case. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like it. We got a couple issues with it here. Plug in the 24 pin. The case is rated over 4 stars. Yeah, but what did my fellow YouTubers say about it? That 24 pin is tight. That's really tight. It looks kind of clean. But that is definitely a tight squeeze. These are very, very flexible cables. Part of the reason why we like Asia Horse. This actually doesn't even feel that unhealthy of a bend just because of how flexible those cables are. But with some cable extensions, yeah, that would definitely be rough. That doesn't feel all that bad though. I am genuinely a little worried about fitting these cables here with these cable extensions here, man. Like this is starting to run out of space. All right, before we freak out, let's plug this one in now. How was the wiggle test? Shockingly good. Yeah, that thick watt RAM is not messing around at all. That was very good. So I'm gonna route this the long way, up this way, just so I can take some of the cable bundle out from that area. Otherwise, I'd probably go the short way, but we'll go the long way around today. I'm gonna plug in this 24 pin, or 24, the 4+4 up here at the top of the motherboard. Make sure both sides click in there nicely. That's plugged in right there. Like so. And I think that's all the connections. Don't be looking at my thighs, man. I think that's all the connections we have to do. So now we have to figure out what to do with all these cables. A modular power supply would, oh my god, really help. Dude, this is, I legitimately don't think that we're going to be able to fit all these here. We're going to, one thing that we can do is let's get this 24 pin out on this side of the case. That should give us a lot of room. It's not going to look as pretty, but I think it's just something we got to do at this point. There we go. We'll put that out here just randomly like that. That'll free up a lot of extra space like this. Yeah, now I'm less stressed. That was what we had to do. It's going to look way less aesthetic cable management wise. Dude, this is kind of rough, man. This is not great. Who designed this case? I don't know, man. I am not a huge fan. Okay, I mean that'll close, but like that is not nearly as I kind of thought we were cooking there a little bit with the cable management. I've spent some time with all those zip ties, but like that just all went out the window. There's nothing aesthetic about that cable management at all. Let's get this GPU installed now. I am sad now. I kind of am too. Just keep the back panel closed. Well, yeah, we'll be keeping it closed. It's not a huge deal, but how do I remove this thing? Like that? Okay. All right. Where's our graphics card going? We're gonna need to uninstall these 2 PCIe slot covers so our GPU will fit. We'll use these screws to keep the GPU in place. These are the removable slot covers. Hang on to those, just because they match up with your case perfectly. Then we're gonna install the GPU by pushing it into the top PCIe slot. Like so, make sure that's firmly seated the whole way. And then, as you can see, it's like kind of hanging down there while it's in the slot. Well, it's actually the camera angle that makes it look hanging a lot. It's really not hanging that much in real life. But I am still going to hold it upwards as I'm screwing in to keep it nice and straight. Yeah, I don't know why the angle looks so weird, but it's not actually hanging down like that. That's just the camera angle. What GPU is that? This is a used Zotac 3060 Ti. I got a pretty good deal actually for $215. That's actually pretty good value. I don't know how this, there we go. Just like that. And then I'm gonna install these. Did I leave enough room, hopefully? Not quite. Not quite enough slack on that. So what I'm gonna have to do is actually, you guys, I know you can't see what I'm doing, but that third cable comb is actually in a terrible spot right now, which is stopping me from pulling more slack out of that cable. So I'm gonna get rid of that, just because of how this case is designed. It wasn't a great spot. Now I have a little bit more slack, and now I can plug these in. This is actually a pretty difficult, this is the one thing I don't like about these Zotac cards, especially with this CPU cooler here. Like, can you see how very little room we have and how recessed the connector is? Like an inch and a half, maybe 2 inches into the GPU. So it actually is very tricky to plug that in. Plug in this connector, especially with the CPU cooler in the way. This is actually going to be pretty tricky, especially the second one. The 6+2 here, these don't stay together, hence the name 6+2. So getting these in is actually a pretty tricky ordeal. This is why you need the raccoon fingers. Tiny raccoon fingers. No, I only got the 6 in there. Pull the card out. I will resort to pulling the card out if I can't get this in. Okay, I got one of the 6+2s in. Let's see if I can get this other one in without pulling the card. This is gonna be the tough one. Oh yeah, I don't know about this. I might be able to do it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we got it all in. I'm using this finger to keep the card up while I push in to make sure I'm not putting unnecessary strain on that PCIe slot. I still got to pull some more slack though from these extensions, but we did get it plugged in. There we go. Okay. Now we have some extra slack. Our cable combs, dude, this is a tight squeeze, man. Cable combs got all messed up, so we're gonna try to reorganize those, make it look clean and straight. Like so. It's really messed up at the bottom here. Okay. Sometimes this part takes a while, but this is just how you get those clean cables. What you gotta do, man. Okay. There we go. That can look a little bit better, but... This case is anti-cable extension. That is a fantastic way to put it, yeah. Yeah, this is actually pretty difficult, but that, I mean, that's somewhat clean here. Okay. Good enough for now. Let's worry about closing this now. Look at all this. I'm hesitant to zip. I guess I could just put one big zip tie around here, or actually a Velcro strap would be better for this one. If it's long enough. That's a big cable bundle. We'll put an LTT Velcro strap for this huge bulk of excess power supply cables. A modular white power supply would definitely be recommended for a build like that. Well, I can't even really say that because modular white power supplies are super expensive and usually not totally realistic for a $650 build. But that would make this case significantly less painful to use. Significantly less painful. There we go. Okay. That is what the final not clean anymore cable management looks like. We can put this here to hide some of the damage. That's if we can even get that down here. Like so. That's why this panel is here, to hide your ugly cable management. It only helps a little. There we go. Okay, that's it. Not great. Dang, that was tough, man. That was there were a couple obstacles on that one. Let's make sure that this can close before we start acting like this is a done deal. Okay, how does this work again without bending? Like that? Is that bent still? No, that looks fine. Yeah, you really do need that screw, though. I don't think that's the right screw. I think that's it. Like that? There we go. Okay. Alright, I don't think I damaged it too much. Does that look okay? Yeah, that looks fine. Okay. Let's get the... Or I'm not gonna put the side panel on. This is the top of the case. It's been a while since I showed it. I don't know if it goes this way or this way. I think this way. Like that. And then the front panel. Like this. Maybe. There we go. Oh yeah. That's it. That somehow did not end up looking terrible. Did my camera go out of focus, or am I just blind? Is that camera out of focus now? Am I in focus? I gotta double check that, man. I feel like the camera got slightly adjusted. It's pretty in focus. You are slightly blurry? Dude, why didn't anybody say that? Oh my goodness. Yeah, let's try to fix that real quick. Okay, that should be good. Was I blurry the whole... Please don't tell me I was blurry the whole stream, man. Dude, I feel like it's still blurry. No, now we're good. Are we good now? Dude, I think it might be my vision, actually. Okay, let's plug this in. Let's make sure she turns on. Have a beer now? You're only blurry because it's Thirsty Thursday? Dude, that's... Yeah, that was an unexpected, not smooth build. Looks clean. Could have been... How do I... Hello? The power... What did the power... Did the power switch come off? Yeah, it did. There we go. Specifically turn that on. I don't know what happened there. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. First time trying to turn it on. Oof. Let's go. Okay, we got some unicorn RGB puke per expectation, but that is not absolutely terrible. It looks good, man. I like the aesthetics. The aesthetics look good, man. That's some, yeah, that is some very bright RGB. The case just was not fun. Yeah, that's pretty solid. I'll take that, man. I could clean up the cable extensions there at the bottom. Will you show it posting? Should we show it posting? Do you guys think it's posting right now? Is that worth getting out the monitor for, or can we just trust it? I do see a red error light down there. But that is just for the boot and the VGA light. And that's because we don't have anything to boot from, and we don't have a VGA device plugged in. But still, well, we can check it out, man. We can check it out. Let's make sure it boots. We have the portable technology to verify if we got a post. We might as well use it. All right, HDMI. Mini HDMI. Or micro, I still don't know the difference. Plug that in. And then we'll get some USB-C power action. And see if this actually posted or not. Total build cost, $657. Oh, brother. Let's reboot that. We might have missed our opportunity. Where's the power button? There it is. All right, let's try that again. Now that we got VGA plugged in. All right, here we go. Give me some post action. Por favor. Please. No signal. Is the monitor out of focus? Why is everything going out? Oh, there it is. Oh, the monitor was probably out of focus because it was probably focused on that. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have a successful post. I don't want to go get that keyboard. That is a post. Nonetheless, we are good to go. We just want to reset the TPM. All good. It is alive. There we go. I like everything about this except for the case, man. The C4 PCIe PC post. You mean the PICE? This is the PICE. The PICE 5.1 power supply. Yes. Now play Minecraft? Dude, that's actually a pretty good idea. I think I might go do that now. I just can't figure out if my eyes just became blurry or what's going on. I feel like I'm still not perfectly in focus. What monitor is that? I think it's from a brand called U Perfect or something. It's like a, I don't know, just a port. It is OLED. This is an 1800p OLED. I think you're a little out of focus. I do too, man. I do too. Yeah, an 1800p portable OLED. I actually love it. I love it for that reason. I used it for that travel setup that I had a few weeks ago during that Intel trip, but I really like it because I can just lay it flat here. What's the red at the bottom? The red is on, there's two error lights down there. It's for boot and for VGA. A lot of motherboards will give you a red VGA error if there's nothing plugged into the graphics card. It's actually pretty annoying because when we're trying to film our builds, like just B-roll shots of it, we'll often see that red light. So they make these little, they're called dummy HDMI plugs, and it looks like a thumb drive, but it's HDMI. You plug that in, and it makes the PC think that it's actually plugged into a 4K monitor or whatever. It's not just the connector. There are actually electronics in there that trick the PC into thinking that a display is plugged in. You use those often in IT as well for things that you remote into. So that's very useful. The other light is the boot light, and that's just because there is no bootable device right now, because the only storage device in here is an SSD, and that SSD is blank, so there's nothing to boot from. So not all motherboards will show a boot light like that if during your first build. I rarely see that, but this one has it for whatever reason. But yeah, man, that's it. Superman with the 2-month resub. CLM with the Twitch Prime sub. Cool It with gifting out 2 tier 1 gifted subs. Thank you. Job with the Twitch Prime. Nuke with the the 2-month resub. Ivan with the super chat says, finally building my first PC with a 9600X and a 9070 XT. Super hyped. And waiting for the parts to come. Thanks for all the advice. It was super helpful. That's awesome, man. Sounds like you took my advice with that CPU and GPU combination. Your Y70 screen's turned off? Yeah, the whole PC went to... turned off the display. OLED life. What GPU should I get for a 7700? Planning to spend around 400 Canadian. I don't know. How much is 400 Canadian? Is that like 300 USD? Something like that? With 300 USD, your options are very limited. If you want to buy new, that's like a 5060. If you can somehow squeeze your budget up to 370, then I would try to get a 16 gig 9060 XT. You could get an 8 gig as well. But if you can squeeze your budget up to a 16 gig 9060 XT, that's what I would do. Something tells me you like the Steelers. I am a diehard Steelers fan. Dude, why is that not in focus, though? Maybe it is just back here. Yeah, I think I'm actually in focus back here a little bit. For whatever reason, the camera focus is moving. Up here, I'm definitely not. Yeah, I'm not in focus there. But I am in focus back here. Titanic God with the 300 biddies. Zach, I can teach you how to enchant stuff in your server and also show you how to make potions in Minecraft. And also show you how to use villagers to get enchanted books. Dude, I'm working on it, man. So, like I said, I found our first village on the Minecraft server. And I searched for how to min-max the villagers. And I got one villager in the village blocked in to his house because he's an enchanter. And I kept destroying the enchanting table thing until he got something good. And right now, he's at Unbreaking 3. I think that's a good one, man, right? Like, that's one to keep it on. But that mofo needs like 1 million emeralds to give me Unbreaking 3. And it's like, dude, how do I get these emeralds? You're on your way to being an MC Pro? Gotta get... Yeah, I know I gotta get Mending. But when I saw Unbreaking 3, I was like, dude, that sounds good. So he needs 14 emeralds and a book? Is that a good... Dude, I don't have 14 emeralds, first off. But he is... Dude, he's offering me I can give him sugarcane for emeralds. How many? Or no, paper. I can give him 24 paper for 1 emerald. Like that, I don't think that's a good deal, man. 24 paper? 14 is solid. Also, if you turn into a zombie and then cure, the price goes down. Dude, I don't know how to do any of that, man. But the 24 paper per emerald sounds a little... 14 is cheap? Wow. Yeah, I'll just lock them in them. Negotiate? Is that a thing? Am I allowed to do that? Can I negotiate with these villagers? It's all on YouTube. You got this? I know, man. But like, my YouTube time is precious. Like I only watch a certain amount of YouTube per day. Like when I'm on the Stairmaster for 15 minutes, that's my prime YouTube time. I'll watch YouTube when I'm eating lunch, but that's only like 5 minutes. And sometimes like when I'm getting ready at the beginning of the day. But like I don't have a lot of YouTube time, and like there's just too much to research. I got this far by researching a lot. Is bro wearing a Rodgers jersey? You mean the number 3 quarterback in the league right now? Yeah. That's whose jersey I'm rocking right now. Mm-hmm. The next Super Bowl winning quarterback, yeah. 5 minutes lunch speed run. I hate wasting time at lunch, man. Because I go to the gym first almost every day, and I'm like already anxious, like I want to go to work, and then I come back home and I got to take a shower and eat, and it's like, dude, I just want to get to work and start my day. So I don't like to waste time eating. At least lunch. I like a good chill dinner though. Nine with the Twitch Prime sub, thank you. Carlos with the 300 biddy says, what are your thoughts about the Haven HS420 V GPU? No idea. And the thermal take, dude, I don't know about any of that, man. Sorry. What do you do at work? What? You guys know what I do. I do what you guys think I do. All right, who thinks that they can summarize what I do at work, man? I think you guys got this in you, man. I don't think that was... What? You guys see almost everything I do at work. Make videos, yep. PC building, no, not really. Make furniture, sometimes. Computers, you do computers, yeah. Or a farm, no. Paper pusher, dude, there's not, dude, we don't do any. I do sign some stuff, but not a lot, dude. We don't do the paper pushing thing at ZTT. We are very anti-corporate. Not really, but like, I'm not like anti-corporate, but I try to not bring in corporateness to ZTT. Mow lawns, yep, I mow lawns. You build 6 to 7 PCs a day, not even close. I don't even build 6 to 7 PCs a month. You guys watch almost every single one of my PC builds. I will occasionally build a PC at work, but that is very rare. You guys see 99% of my PC building now. As little bureaucracy as possible, that is always 100% the goal, man. Shaking beer harshly for a living. Yep, I do that. Reminding everyone that you're 6'3". Dude, I'm not like that at all, man. Don't let nonsense like that spread. That is completely fake news. Drink lots of coffee, 100%. Way too much. Stress test PCs, not even a little bit. Do you create new builds? Yes, I do design all of our new builds. We have a little team. It's my wife, me, and one other person at ZTT, who is we're the limited edition builds squad, and we're the ones that like come up with the designs for the Like the Voyager PC. You guys saw the Voyager PC? That was us. But I also designed the parts list of every single build. I feel like you're always gaming, building PCs, and mostly recording videos. That all of those are wrong. The most I spend recording videos is like maybe 3 hours a week. This stream is way longer than that. Yeah, I mean, I record 20 short form videos a week, and that is about a half hour total of recording because they're short form. And then I record one long form video every other week, which is like 30 minutes of recording. I am very rarely actually recording. Writing videos, that is what takes a long time. Being a great dad, I try, man. But not during the day. Well, yes, during the day, but I'm at work a lot. Is this the headset mic? It is. Is the Corsair HS80. You can type in !! headset if you need it. Editing videos? No. I did start editing some videos, though. I haven't edited like an actual ZTT video in, I don't know, maybe 5 years at this point. But I have been editing our little videos that are on the website. So whenever you go to zttbuilds.com, these are not good edits, by the way, but they're just simple and clean, and I can knock them out pretty quickly. These videos like this, where they're just like slow pans and whatnot, like of this Voyager PC, those I've been whipping up, man. That's the extent of my video editing. If it needs done on the website, I have been doing that. And then we have those for builds. Like we just relaunched our Tranquility build. I can put that camera on me, by the way. We just relaunched our Tranquility build, so I edited that quick video. I mean, these edits take like literally 5 minutes. That's the extent of my video editing right now. Do you play Fortnite? No. No. Before Minecraft, we were playing Lego Fortnite. That was what we did on Friday nights with the boys. But they're all about that Minecraft now. What did you build your own website with? Blood, sweat, and tears, man. It's hosted on Shopify. But I built that thing from scratch, man. If you guys didn't hear me talk about it, I got an Airbnb less than 2 months ago and spent 3 days there just rebuilding the website because we had to move from Wix to Shopify. And I basically just built the entire website from scratch. Work like 12, 14-hour days in the Airbnb, just no family, no employees, no other work to do. I literally just did the Broncos win a very ugly 10-7 game. Ew, oh my God. Who were they playing? 10-7? That's awful. Alone? There was one other person at the Airbnb, one of my friends who's also a business owner. He also had to do some work. Like we rarely talk to each other. We would hang out like while we were eating and whatnot, but he was also putting in 12-hour days into his business as well. They played the Raiders. The Broncos cannot play a good Thursday night game. Yeah, 10-7. That sounds like an awful game to watch. Can you sign your name on the PCs that you give away? If they ask for it, I will. On the bottom. I hate signing PCs anywhere visible. A, I don't like my signature. B, I don't like the idea of a signature on the visible side of a PC. If they ask for it, I'll sign on the bottom, but that's about it. Sign in thermal paste. There you go. Are you into stuff like racing rigs? Yeah, I mean, we got the new sim racing setup over there, man. I've been playing. So with the new sim racing setup, we built the sim PC on Tuesday. I'm going to be playing Beam. Beam NG is definitely my go-to cruising game. Like, if I just want to, like, hop in a car, drive around for, like, 10 minutes, that's definitely Beam all day. When I want to play a racing game with my kids, it's definitely Beam as well, because you can just fire up whatever mod, whatever map, and then they can go to town. They also love driving and destroying the cars and whatnot. Beam is very good for the casual sim racing. Well, it's not racing, but the casual sim driving. Definitely going to be playing some Formula 1. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy F125 or just play on F124 until 26 comes out. That I'm not sure of, but that's my go-to racing game, is F1. And then I also got some Assetto on there. If I happen to want to get into the realistic mindset, then I'll run Assetto, but that's rarely. Or that's rare. And then other than that, we of course got some lawn mowing sim, because that's like the whole, that's all the fun, man. I just gotta do some lawn mowing sim over there. Now, I've never tried iRacing. I would like to. Like, if I have more time, that would be on my list. We all only have a certain amount of gaming time. If we have more, I would consider iRacing and actually trying, but I just don't have the time to invest into that. Dirt Rally, I played the dirt games back in the day, but I haven't played any new dirt games. Forza, I like Forza. Forza. I like Forza. Forza Horizon was a really good chill driving game, but Beam is better for that purpose, in my opinion. But I like the Forza games. I haven't tried Wreckfest. I know a lot of people like Wreckfest. His YouTube chat is not up, says Jason over on YouTube. Dude, I'm tracking, man. Forza Horizon 5 on a sim rig is pretty decent. Yeah, it's just a little... Yeah. Forza is definitely more of a controller game, in my opinion. Never tried Beam. Everyone loves Beam. I even told my video editors this. Like, there are certain games, if we, like, sneak into a short form video, like, even just for one clip, people go absolutely crazy about it. The Finals is definitely one of them. Dude, we got to get that automated one day. But Milkman, thank you very much for those 5 tier 1 gifted subs, man. We'll get it automated. You haven't been here for a while. That's why I haven't invested the time. But thank you very much, Milkman, for the 5 tier 1 gifted subs. Appreciate it. What was I going to say about Beam? Oh, yeah. So there are certain games, whenever we like quickly throw it in there, people go crazy over. The Finals was one for a really long time, and still to this day. If we put one Finals clip, we get at least 20 comments of people being like, Finals mentioned. Beam? Oh my god. We put Beam in a video accidentally, or like not intentionally, like 2 weeks ago. The entire comment section was just talking about Beam. So I immediately went to go tell the editors. I was like, whenever we can sneak in Beam, you got to go for it, man. Beam has a huge, huge following. The Instant with the Twitch Pipe said, thank you. RC with the 3 biddies. Would you consider making a military-inspired build for Veterans Day next week? I want to do something like that. I'm not going to do it this year, though. I'm out of time. I eventually want to do that and then sell it. Or give them away or something. I'm out of time to plan Veterans Day stuff this year, though, unfortunately. It's cool how you just chill and talk to the people. That's part of the job. Going back to what I do. That's the job right there, man. Div with the super chat says, Papa Zach, I'm getting a more than $700 build with a 5600 9060 8 gig. Wait, as the the 16 gig model is $100 more. Do you think I should spend 50 bucks on a 7700 XT? My first pick would be the 9060 XT. Sorry, that's probably not what you want to hear, but that would be my pick there. What's the specs on the PC? It was a 5500, 32 gigs of DDR4, way overpriced. RTX 3060 Ti inside the Fantex XT M3. The total cost for me was $657. Love the build aesthetic. It turned out good. I mean, I definitely like how the build turned out. It's just getting to this point was not fun. And it's only because of the case. Yeah. I could have sworn I saw a lot of people talking positively about this case, man, but I don't think Fantex hit the mark on it. At least the building process. The aesthetics look fine. But there were a few things I didn't like about it. Did you see that GTA 6 got delayed again? I did. I was not tracking the original timeline though, so. The main reason I'm tracking GTA 6 is just for benchmarking. I mean, I'll play it, but I still have yet to beat GTA 5. Where's the front glass? It's on the ground. I'm building my first PC tomorrow. Scared to mess up. You'll be fine, man. Just make sure you do a ton of research. Watch every part being installed before you do it. And you'll be fine, man. All right, guys. I'm going to get going. Thank you guys very much for tuning in to another episode of Thirsty Thursday. Hopefully you were earning all those points towards our gaming PC giveaway. If you don't already know, if you type in ! giveaway, we're literally always giving away a PC. This time, it is the 9060 XT build inside the Haven BF360. On December 4th, we will raffle off that PC, and then later that day, or that stream, we will build the next giveaway PC. This is our 15th giveaway PC on stream so far. So about every 6 weeks, we'll raffle them off. So from now until then, as long as you guys are logged in via Twitch, you'll earn points totally for free and rack those up. So make sure you hit follow on the stream account and whatnot. That way you don't miss them. Pay to win friendly, of course. You get extra points for being subbed, gifted subbed, etc. But you can earn a ton of points for free. And a lot of people that win the PCs, that's how they did it. But yeah, thank you guys very, very much for tuning in. Hope you guys all have a good rest of your week and weekend. I'll be back next week for the streams. We got a lot of cool short form content coming up before that, though. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys very much for the financial support, your viewership, watching the ads. Remember, watching the Twitch ads is exactly what pays for all of those giveaways. So we all appreciate that. And yeah, hopefully you guys all have a good rest of your night. I'll catch you guys later. Thank you very much for the support. See you guys.